It's the Morning Invasion with Dax and Steve-O on Star 88.
I suppose we should get going.
Let's go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We have liftoff, sir. We have liftoff, you're saying? Good morning. It is Tuesday, live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. What's going on, everybody? Dex and Steve-O. What is the happenings?
Dude, just living the dream here in the present. Because it's a gift
It is a
that we've
gift.
been given.
That's right, man. I like
Unwrap it well.
Yeah, when things are going good, because lately, you know what? I'm not going to speak. Never mind. Just going to shut up. I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not
No,
gonna put
please do.
I'm not going to put that out there.
What? You thinking things are good right now?
Yeah,
things are not good right now.
Well, I mean,
are
for-
you kidding me?
Steve-O and I are in two different spots. I'm in a pretty solid
That's
spot
good,
right now.
man.
Gosh, I
What
shouldn't have
is-
said
maybe
anything.
that's
I
what
shouldn't have said
happens.
anything.
Maybe that's what happens.
Darn it.
Like the balance of the force. Like one of us has to be going through
No,
something
'cause
tumultuous
both-
because now you're like, oh,
Yeah, but
I
both-
can see
yeah.
clearly now the rain. And I'm like, thanks, bro.
Life is so great, guys.
I'll just pick up the pieces of this broken car. Oh, hold on. Insurance is calling me.
Okay.
What? What's that? You're not going to give me what? I'm sorry? Did you just say you're totally bleeping me out of my car? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm good.
You know, see,
R.I.P. Mostarth.
I don't know where I stand with this. I mean, let me rephrase this.
We're good. God is good.
No, God is good.
God is
And
incredible. Like,
should you be careful? Because we know and we believe that there is a spiritual war happening in the spiritual
so you're
realms.
saying be careful of saying like everything's good.
Yeah.
I mean, Scripture talks about like, you know, pride coming before the fall and all that, but I think there's a difference between like being proud and being confident in Christ.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you can still be like, heck yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And I understand because sometimes when you're going through something tumultuous or there's just drama in your life and somebody's like, God is good all the time, you know, you're like, thanks, bro. It's really helpful.
Yeah. Right. Well, I mean,
It can be frustrating.
we learned
in
from the
those
story
moments,
of Job, he had a hedge of protection around him.
Yeah.
I mean, there's that Christianese hedge of protection.
He had
I know.
friends who came to his aid who like shut up for the first 7 days while he was mourning, and that was great. And then they started speaking and ruined everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, in the story of Job, Satan had to approach God and ask permission to throw down on Job because of the protection that God had around him, right?
Yeah.
So I guess I always have that on the back of my mind is that, you know what? If something happens, I know God is with me. I mean, that's
Yeah.
that's 100% true.
Yeah.
You know, that's truth right there. But I always find myself getting a little freaked out when I say out loud, like, "Oh man, I'm in such a great spot right now,
Well,
guys.
that's because
Life
it's rare.
is great.
It's rare for us.
Life is so, I know it's so rare.
We're grumps. No, this is great.
Yeah.
It's a good morning. It's a Tuesday. We got a big show today. Stina's chiming in. Hey, girl. Good to see you. Our boy Devin in the future. He can't listen to the show live, so he podcasts this, but he wanted to say hello early this morning
Hi,
on
Devin.
YouTube
Good morning.
and Facebook. So shout out to you. Hope this afternoon is great right now at 2:43 when you're listening to the podcast. What if I nailed that? What if it's actually 2:43 when he's listening to the podcast and I give him a shout out?
Yeah. That's cool.
Twilight Zone.
You're acting weird right now, man.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get through, bro. I ain't got to get through this. I ain't got to get through this. I'm trying, man.
You guys can chime in. We're live on Facebook and YouTube. It's Star 88 FM. Go watch the show. Hang out with us. We upload them every day, so you can go back and watch the show on your time. Maybe you're at work or at home or wherever, driving. Also, you guys can call in. Phone line's open, 505-338-3700. Or you can text in on the live line. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483 if you'd like to text in, be a part of the show.
The record for the most expensive autographed non-game used baseball has been shattered.
See, guys, baseball matters.
Does it?
Yes.
A ball with the signatures of 11 of the first baseball Hall of Famers just went for a whopping $632,369.
Dude, one singular baseball.
That's crazy.
I honestly was a little bummed out when I saw the price tag, even though, yes, it shattered the record. What was the original record?
So Babe Ruth
Okay.
held the previous record, and it was a signed Babe Ruth baseball, sold for
Okay.
$388,375 in 2014.
It's crazy.
Honestly, I thought that it would have gone a lot more. I
That's
was
what
thinking
I'm
like
saying.
millions.
This is the first 11 Hall of Famers.
Yeah.
We're talking Ty Cobb. We're talking Babe Ruth. We're talking, is Honus Wagner on there? Yes.
Honus
Cy
Wagner.
Young.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And so when I saw the price tag of like $632,000, I was like, it sold for that
Yeah,
little?
right?
Like the first Superman comic sold
Yeah.
for like $4 million or something crazy
Yeah.
like that. Like, are you kidding me?
It's a sign of the times that baseball is
No,
dying.
okay, yeah, maybe.
Just kidding, guys.
People don't want that real life stuff. They want them comic books, man.
These guys were among the 25 men inducted into the Hall of Fame in its first 4 years, from 1936 to 1939. But the physical Hall of Fame in Cooperstown didn't open until 1939. And when it did, only 11 of those 25 were still alive, and they all attended the official opening. And that's when they signed the ball. This ball got really expensive really quick, by the way. In 1997, it sold for $55,000. So
Could you imagine being that dude in 97 that was like, oh, I'm going to make so much money.
I know.
55 G's, all the money in the world.
Yep.
And then just a few years later, 21 to be exact, it sells for like 12 times what you sold it.
Right? Man, Babe Ruth, you could easily just, I mean, that
Not
he needed
anymore.
Really?
Yeah. What, you were going to say like copy his signature?
Yeah, I mean, that's a
Could rip off his signature?
pretty easy signature to pull off.
Yeah, what is the term? What are we
I
trying
was
to
trying
say?
I was trying to think
It's a fake. It's a
uh,
counterfeit. It's a
counterfeit.
It's really easy to
so-
recreate.
yeah, there you go.
Hey, we talk for a living.
Yeah, exactly.
We say words and stuff.
That's why you're here. You're supposed to help me with these words.
Yeah. What is it called when you fake somebody's signature?
Oh,
Forge.
man.
Forge.
Gosh. Thank you,
Oh,
Michael
you didn't
Thebes.
say it. You totally read it on.
Thebes saved the day. Everybody's like, forgery. Forge. Thank you. Some of us are awake. Forge. Forge the signature.
Forge the signature.
That's right.
Sadly, that's like rampant in comics culture. Like regularly, I follow a few different big artists or writers within comics, and regularly you'll see like boom,
Yeah.
pictures that they're posting, like Jim Lee or Rob Liefeld, who created Cable, Deadpool, stuff like that, going, hey guys, this is up on eBay right now. I did not draw that.
Yeah.
So they have like artist forgeries in comic books right now. I think it's much more difficult for like Babe Ruth because they're known how many are in existence.
Yeah.
You know, so
Have you
couldn't rip that? You couldn't rip that off.
Have you ever gotten denied when you asked somebody for an autograph?
Gosh, asking for someone for an autograph sounds so archaic to me. Oh,
I know.
mean, okay. Christy and I were at New York Comic Con. Rob Liefeld, for those that don't know, he created my favorite comic book character of all time. His name's Cable. I have him tattooed right here on my forearm.
That's really
Favorite
weird.
comic book character of all time.
He has a dude tattooed on
I
his arm.
do. I have a bunch of dudes on my arm. And I had his first appearance, like Cable's first appearance.
Yeah.
New Mutants 87. I'm going to get him. He's going to sign this. and I'm freaking out. I brought it all the way from New Mexico to New York in hopes of seeing him so he could sign it. And I walked up there, and he looks at it and he goes, "Oh, yeah, Cable's first appearance, of course. Yeah, that'll be $40. And I was like,
Oh,
"What? Huh? What?
$40.
I'm sorry. Chris Claremont, one of the most prolific X-Men comic book writers of all time that I spent like an hour talking to about faith and how the X-Men comics in the 80s were really like written more towards a Christian audience because they were the outcasts and at the time this and that and the other. And he's phenomenal. And he was like, just signed my comics. Hey, great to meet you. Great conversation.
Yeah.
Then I go to Rob Liefeld. He's like, oh, yeah, man, my signature's worth a lot on that comic. $40. And I'm like, what?
I wonder how they would have acted if you would have saw them outside of the Comic-Con, like in real life. if
Probably
they would
much
have,
different because they're at a Comic-Con. And
Hey, bro,
and
come see me at the Comic-Con. That's when I do
that's
the autograph.
apparently like the norm. And I didn't know it was my first time. And so I was going, that is ridiculous. Fine.
Yeah.
Actually, I walked away and I was like, no. And Chrissy's like, dude, you came all the way here for this reason.
Yeah.
You're going to regret it later if you don't. I'm like, $40.
Yeah, for an
He
autograph.
doesn't need it.
Right? And his autograph isn't worth that much, is it?
Gosh, take all my money.
Really? Yeah. Yeah, I know Paul McCartney. I've heard some crazy stories about Paul McCartney. Like he won't sign autographs at all. I mean,
Really?
kids will come up to him and he'll say, "No, sorry."
I had some friends, like the Five Iron Frenzy guys. Reese Roper, for instance, the lead singer, for years. He does now in his old age. But he, for years, wouldn't sign autographs because he was like, no, dude, ministry. It's not about the band. It's about Jesus.
No.
Like, no joke. He wouldn't sign autographs. And he would explain it,
Well, I guess if you explain it to people,
you know.
But still, I don't know.
I know Justin Bieber won't take pictures with you.
Oh,
I read
really?
that. Yeah. He will
Really?
not. No, yeah. Like he doesn't want to just take a random selfie with a fan. He'd rather have a conversation with them.
Huh.
So he won't take a picture with you.
Okay.
I had a friend run into an Avenger here in town when they were filming the Avengers movie who refused a picture.
Captain America?
Not Captain America.
Tony Stark?
Not Tony Stark. You.
Chris Hemsworth?
Hey, you know what, man? Hashtag time's up, bro.
Sorry, dude.
Naming all the dudes.
Oh, Black Widow?
What's her name? Wow.
Scarlett Johansson?
There you go. Yeah, ScarJo.
Really? Yeah, she was on the list of people that won't do it.
Yeah, she did not. She wouldn't take a picture with him. He's like, oh, okay.
Chris Pratt, he won't sign an autograph for just anyone. Real fans only. See, I guess that would be the tough part if you were a big celebrity is you have all these people out there that are always trying to make a quick buck.
Yeah, that's true.
So how do you tell? Mark Hamill, you have to prove you're a true Star Wars fan.
I love that, though. He's actually really, really, really great with the fans.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill is amazing.
Let's see. Emma Watson, she says, I want to get to know you first before she'll sign a Harry Potter book.
I like that. Like, people are saying, hey, you know what? I'd rather just talk to you. But I think we get so nervous. Like, you see somebody you love and you get so nervous. You're like, can you sign this? Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, dude, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Have a conversation with me. Can you imagine how much cooler that is?
Bill Murray, he doesn't like to sign autographs. He says they're boring, so he would rather have a unique experience with you.
Yeah.
There's stories out there that I've heard of him showing up at someone's house and started
Yeah.
washing dishes. And,
Yeah. He's crazy.
Or sit down at someone's dinner table
I
at a
love
restaurant.
everything about that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Jonah Hill, yeah, he refuses autographs.
Yeah, but that's not like a cool thing. That's just what a jerk.
Yeah, yes, exactly. They didn't even give an explanation. He
They're
just
like,
won't do
he
it.
just doesn't do it.
Let's see. Steve Martin would rather have a one-on-one chat with a fan instead of signing an
I
autograph.
love that.
John C. Reilly says he believes it's his choice to sign an autograph or not, so you might get lucky or you might not. Okay, all right. Let's see. William Shatner will only sign one thing: his self-penned books for $10.
This is the weirdest thing.
That sounds like William Shatner. Let's see. Jack Nicholson, after reportedly signing autographs constantly while trying to enjoy a hockey game, Jack Nicholson explained to a reporter that's why he doesn't normally do signatures.
Yeah, because somebody will see that, and
Yeah.
then next thing you know.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
see. Paul McCartney, yep, vowed in 2010 never to sign another autograph. And seriously, like, there's not very many out there. And if you have one, they're worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, it's Paul McCartney.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. So I guess it's one of those things. That's why I almost don't like meeting celebrities, because I don't want to get disappointed. Like you have this you think that they're going to be a certain way, or they're going to be super nice, and then they just let you down. And
But they're humans.
I get it, but still, I'd rather just walk away.
Just walk away.
I want to look at you
Why not just
like
have
at
a
the
cool
zoo.
conversation?
Nah, I don't need to say anything. Like, what am I going to say?
I don't know. Maybe you have something to say to him. I don't know.
Oh, see, I don't want to say the whole, like, dude, I love you, bro. Like, you're
'Cause
my
they get
favorite.
that all the time.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
See, when you share stories about how you talk to people, like, I get jealous because you just have that way.
Well, and I think it depends on, exactly. It depends on how you meet them. Because
Yeah.
if you just run up to somebody, because I know, like, if I'm at the grocery store somewhere and somebody just bum rushes me and they're like, I love you!
Yeah.
I listen to you every day. I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. But if somebody's just like, hey, like Chance the other day, I was in a gnarly car accident. Thanks to the EMTs, it totally saved me and we're awesome and bandaged me up and everything. But right away, Chance was like, dude,
Yeah.
listen to you every day, man. I'm like, that is awesome. Good to
Yeah.
meet you. Please fix my arm.
Nah.
So I think it just depends on the approach too. If you're like a weird, crazy person,
See, yeah, that's the
bum
thing. I
rushing
think
Harrison Ford,
I'd be a weirdo.
Yeah.
I'd be a weirdo. That's why I'd stay away.
one of my favorite encounters was with Joel McHale, super rad comedian. He's a Christian, and it was at New York Comic Con.
Did you? How did his hair plugs look? Did they look good?
Okay, whatever. I didn't even approach him. He walked up to me because he saw all my tattoos and was like, "That is a lot of tattoos." And
he
he
sounded just like him
and
right
he
there.
and he started and he just started talking to me, and I turned around and was like, "You were the tallest person I've ever seen." He was
Yeah?
so tall, and I was like, "That's Joel McHale."
Yeah.
Like, so I think when you realize everybody's just a human being, like, it's cool. Nathan Fillion, another one of those people that was like, "I'm so glad I got to talk to you for a minute because you were the coolest dude on the planet." So I think you got to take your chances, because sometimes they can be like that, where they just don't want to have anything to do with you because they have their own life. But at the same time,
I don't have anything to say. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
really, I appreciate what they do, and that's it. You know, but how many pats do you need on your back? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Oh, Paul said Jessica Simpson, the worst.
Really?
They filmed at my Costco for months for Employee of the Month. She was terrible. A little 8-year-old girl with arm crutches went up to her all excited, and she told her to get away from her.
Is that real? Did that really happen? She said to get away. Get away from me, little girl on crutches.
Gosh, that's terrible. Our girl Felicia said, when I first met you, Steve-O, my insides were screaming. I was worried
Oh, my
afterwards that you
gosh.
could see it. And I will never forget meeting her for the first time. But it was because we were at Winter Jam, and she ran up to us because she had such an incredible testimony. Like, she had a great story to tell.
Yeah.
And that was it. It was like, it was so cool to hear, like, hey, God used your morning show at a time in my life when I was, like, in a crazy place, locked up.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. And I was like, wow, that's cool. I love hearing those stories, how
Right.
God used us, because a lot of times you're like, are we doing anything of value?
Yeah, exactly.
And so I love stories like that. So I was just as excited. I love meeting cool people.
Right?
So
Yeah, that's such an amazing thing, because sometimes you feel like, are we even making a difference?
Right.
I mean, I'm an idiot. I can't speak all that well. Yeah, I'm basically Moses, and you're, what's his partner's name? His best friend that
Rod.
talked? Rod.
Yeah,
Rod.
He went with Rod everywhere.
Yeah, no, not Rod.
Stuart.
No. You know, the guy who spoke for Moses all the time.
Yes.
What was his name?
Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You're that guy. You're that guy.
Aaron, bro.
Thank you. You should know that. That's my middle name. It's like named after him. You're my Aaron, bro.
Oh, man.
You're my Aaron. Where was I going with this? Oh,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, we get this is another great thing. This is amazing. I haven't had a chance to play this voicemail yet, but yeah, when I heard this voicemail, gosh, man, you have no idea how much this means.
Next message.
Hey, so I used to listen to you guys when I was in prison every single morning from 6 a.m. till 10 a.m. and it changed my life. So I just wanted to give you guys a call. I'm out now. I've been out for a while now, but I just want to give you guys a call and thank you for all you're doing because you changed my life, and I'm sure other people in prison are listening to you guys, and you're changing their life too. So thank you.
That's incredible. It really is. And seriously, it's not just to pump up our egos. I mean, that's all God. God uses us to do that right there.
Yeah, and it's an encouragement. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. So I love hearing stuff like that. That's cool.
Stormy, okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for holding. Thanks for being patient.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to call into the show. We have a big one today. Oh, look at the time. Coming up, we'll go over the list of the hardest jobs on the planet. Also, I'm excited to do this little topic. Would you turn in a family member for these 10 crimes?
Oh, God.
We'll find out.
Oh, man.
Can't wait. And 15 actors who almost played Avengers. I think you guys would be pretty surprised. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Star 88 FM. You guys can go and watch the show. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
A supernova on Star 88 with David Jeremiah.
We are broken people looking to other broken people to fix our broken lives. We are glory-deficient people looking to other glory-deficient people to supply us with glory. I read this statement and it jarred me. Most Christians have not rejected God. They have just reduced him. We add God, if we're not careful, to our circle of friends. We make him one among many. We take good things and we make them God things. And we wonder why our faith doesn't work. According to J.D. Greer, Christianity makes a terrible hobby. The God of the Bible demands our highest allegiance, our total adoration, and our unconditional obedience.
Turning Point with David Jeremiah. Don't miss it on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 11 a.m. on 107.1 FM. Here's a solar flare from Charles Spurgeon. You said, if I had a little more, I should be very satisfied. You make a mistake. If you're not content with what you have, you would be satisfied if it were double. This is Star 88.
Okay, let's hit it. My hands are shaking. There's something between my rib cage that is resonating. The
Exposing the enemy. Here's a Star 88 PowerPoint from Pastor Jimmy Evans.
Listen, you're under the dominion of the person whose advice you're following. And when you're walking in lies, you're under Satan's dominion. Let me say this. When you're saved by the blood of Jesus, you're going to heaven. The devil can't do anything about that. But even saved people can walk in danger. Even saved people, that's the way I was. I'll tell you more about it in just a minute. But I'm saying as a young believer, I walked in deception. So when we get saved and we commit ourselves to the truth of God's word, the battle isn't over. Really, it has just begun, because at the point of time that we commit ourselves to the truth, that's really when he becomes our adversary. Let me say this. As a young believer, sometimes it can seem as though being a Christian is harder than being an unbeliever.
That's Jimmy Evans on a PowerPoint from Star 88.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The FBI has fired controversial FBI employee Peter Strzok.
President Trump weighing in, tweeting, finally.
Baltimore police officer and the beating captured on video. He may now face charges. The police commissioner today making that announcement after the officer was seen repeatedly punching 26-year-old Deshaun McGreer in the head on Saturday.
Dangerous weather is flooding several states in the Northeast.
20 million people are in the flash flood watch.
The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, is reportedly gravely ill in a Detroit hospital.
Former White House aide Omarosa Manigault Newman reveals she recorded White House conversations, including this one with President Trump in December.
Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
Google is being investigated by Australian competition and privacy regulators for allegedly tracking Android users.
4-year-old Max Velez, his grandmother, had a medical emergency and stopped breathing. Max, he didn't panic. He jumped into action and called 911, answered the door for the first responders, and then handed them her inhaler.
How was everybody's first day of school? How'd it go? Parents, how was it? How many kids out there got detention? How many phones got taken away?
On the first day, man.
Yeah, I was reading a story this morning. This kid, he wouldn't stop playing Fortnite on his phone at school. So, of course, teacher took the phone away. Kid lost his mind, freaked out. Yeah, he might be. He might have an addiction. Just a little one.
Just a little one.
I asked Landon after he got home from school. I go, so did you have any shakes? Did you feel like you had a headache at all? Did you? Was it weird, kind of walking around, and was it hard carrying your backpack with all those books? You know, because really, you haven't taken more than probably 12 steps all summer. Shut up, Dad. All right. Yeah. Hey, you can join First Baptist Bosque Farms for a fun afternoon of games, activities. It's going to be Saturday, August 18th from 3 to 5:30. All ages. Bring your favorite board games, card games, snacks, desserts to share. Star88.fm for all the details. Coming up, 15 actors who almost played Avengers. Crazy list. I love hearing about that. You know, actors that turn down big roles.
Yeah.
What would the world look like? What would their lives be like?
If Tom Selleck were Indiana Jones.
Yeah, right?
Almost happened.
Yeah, what if Tom Cruise played Tony Stark? How crazy would that be?
Weird.
Right? Tom Cruise is on the list. I don't want to tell you which Avenger he was supposed to play.
Pretty
Right?
sure it's Iron Man.
You think? I just took a stab. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I have no idea.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Is it? I mean, I'm trying to think who else. I mean, I guess he could have played that Arrow guy. What's his name?
Oh, my gosh. Get out.
Nobody knows his name. Yeah, nobody cares. It's the Green Arrow, man. And would you turn in a family member for these 10 crimes? We'll find out if we would do it. Can't wait. All right, I have some good news for everybody.
Good news, ladies and gentlemen.
Good news is good news, and the good news is...
I've got good news and good news.
Pretty good.
Put some good in your morning.
Good news, there's a monkey jumping on houses in the neighborhood.
It's an animal shelter Arlington, Virginia. Been taking care of a 10-year-old dog named Smoke. Smoke has terminal cancer. Obviously, not many people want to adopt a dying dog.
Oh.
So he's been there a while. But they recently decided to make sure his last few months would be good ones by creating a bucket list for him.
For a dog?
For a dog?
More like a bucket list, am I right?
Nope.
Okay.
Last Thursday, they took him to Nationals Park, where the Washington Nationals okay. They took him to a baseball field. They let Smoke run around on the field, and he got ice cream. Ice cream is terrible, man. Come on, man. Well, some cops also took him on a ride-along, so he got a good car ride in, and they gave him a donut. But the best news is the shelter just got to check off the biggest item on his bucket list. Smoke found a forever home.
This is the dumbest story you've ever heard.
A family that's cared for senior dogs before decided to adopt him. They're going to show him as much love as they can by continuing to check off his bucket list. Excuse me, his bucket list.
That's right. That's right. It's a dog, man.
Next plans on his bucket list include a birthday party, a trip to the beach, breakfast in bed, a camping trip, and a chance to jump around in a huge pile of leaves.
Okay. Who came up with this list?
Look at Smoke. Just dying of cancer.
No, that's a pretty dog right there.
He's beautiful.
Dang it.
Doesn't
Why
have
you gotta
much
show me
time.
that dog.
Doesn't have much time. Doesn't have much time.
Gosh. If it were an ugly dog, it'd be easier to let it die.
Is there such thing as an ugly dog?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
Yes, there is.
Even if they're ugly, they're
That
cute.
is a beautiful dog. It reminds me of where the red fern grows.
Oh, gosh.
It's old Dan.
What?
Old Dan and Lil Ed. I love that book.
So good.
I have a soul. Speaking of people with souls, shout out to our boy Tim, who's totally watching us from the hospital right now, recovering from an appendectomy.
Dude, does he need a forever home? Does Tim need a forever home?
Pretty
Tim,
sure.
hit us up if you need a forever home.
Pretty sure he's good, man.
You all right, bro?
Pretty sure he's good.
Do you have a bucket list? Hey, good time to write out a bucket list, dude.
Okay. It's
Just
an
saying.
appendectomy, bro.
Hey, bro, you
It's
never
not-
know.
Okay.
Never know. A
Watching us.
What'd you say?
Appendectomy.
Okay.
Say that 3 times fast.
Appendectomy.
Can't even do it once.
Nope. Yeah, we took in a dog once named Reuben. Oh, Reuben was probably 21 years old. Oldest dog I think I've ever seen in my entire life. And old. Could barely walk. It was so hard for him to get up. And the family that we took the dog from, they were going through some problems, some things. And so we took the dog in. And after we took him in, about a week into taking care of Reuben, I realized, oh my gosh, we're gonna have to put this dog down like right now. Like, why did we take this responsibility on? This is the dumbest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Like, this dog is ready to go. Either my kids are gonna come home and find Reuben dead, which I don't want my kids to have to experience that.
So dramatic.
Or we're going to have to take him to the vet to put him down. And gosh, I remember as a child having to do that. And it's the worst.
It is the worst.
Yeah, guess what?
They found him?
10 days later.
No way.
I'm kidding.
No, okay.
No. We went on vacation and left Reuben alone. And he...
Stop
kidding.
it. After 3 days without food.
we just opened the door and we said, Reuben, go. Go find your forever home. No, I took him to the vet, and oh my gosh, I will never ever forget that feeling, because I probably spent maybe, I don't know, a month, 3 or 4 weeks with Reuben, But his quality of life was so terrible that it was just time. And so I you know me, I don't like to cry. So I'm at the vet around all the people there, and it was just, gosh, I just lost it. It was so awful. Just, you know, it's like handing the leash over to the vet, and then you're just like, oh my gosh.
Goodbye, Norma Jean. I don't know the words.
Oh.
Yeah. And I also don't know why Elton John was the first thing that came to my head when putting a dog down. Would have liked to know ya, but I was just a kid.
Get on this Elton John kick. I don't know what's going on with you. Yeah.
Then you're my brother.
That's funny.
I know too much Elton John.
What
you can
el-
never know too much Elton John.
That's true.
Dude, my mom, it's so funny. Conservative Baptist mama, it was like Amy Grant, Sandy Patty, you know what I mean? Elton John. And I'm
Elton
like,
John, what?
Mom, he's like, you know, he's woohoo, you know,
What?
like,
Woohoo?
yeah,
What's
you
that
know,
mean?
because he was like, I'm in a Donald Duck costume. I got crazy pink glasses.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that.
I like dudes.
What?
And, but my sweet little Baptist mama, for some reason, was like, but it's Elton John.
Well, yeah.
It's Elton John.
Yeah, it's Elton John.
Loves me some Elton John.
Me too. He's an incredible person. Can I finish my story about Ruben? Jeez, man. Just train wreck everything. Your
Well,
life
I thought
is such
the dog
a wreck.
died 7 minutes ago. Like,
No,
are
man.
you kidding me? Such a long story for a dead dog.
As I handed the leash
Oh, God.
to the vet, I'll never forget, they took the needle and they injected Ruben.
Oh, my gosh.
And I sat there and I looked in Ruben's eyes and I said, you know what? It'll be okay, little guy.
Dude.
It'll be okay. And I said, Ruben, when you get to heaven, will you please make sure that there isn't any white robes? Will you somehow, some way get a message back to me to let me know that we won't wear white robes for eternity? Please. And I saw Ruben. He kind of did this shut one eye. It was like a wink. He just winked at me.
Okay.
And then I knew. Still to this day, I've been waiting. You know what? Maybe that was a sign. Yesterday, remember I shared that story about the lady who was on Facebook Live filming the clouds and they saw a guy walk wearing a white robe?
Yeah. Maybe he was
Maybe that was
walking
Ruben.
He was walking Ruben.
Maybe that was Ruben. Darn it.
Doggone it. This tale is rough. I just wanted to put them all in one sentence. I just don't have time for all the puns today, so just gonna one sentence it every time. 7 puns, one sentence.
Candle in the wind.
Would it like to know ya? Which, by the way, if I ever did something incredible in society and then I died off, and Elton John wrote me a song, but he basically just changed the lyrics of a song he had already written, is that still doing justice to the person's life? Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
Because like that was like Norma Jean. It was supposed to be like for Marilyn Monroe, which, okay. And then when Princess Diana died, he rewrote the same exact song with different lyrics to honor.
Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of lazy.
Yeah.
That was very lazy of him. Maybe it was on tour and he just didn't have enough time.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, it's like reusing a birthday card or a gift that someone gave you.
He Weird Al'd his own song to honor Princess Di, bro.
See, I don't know. Lazy. It's lazy all over it.
I know.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to chime in. I hope that story about Ruben and Smoke inspired you today. Go get a dog.
Or a sandwich. Because I'm hungry.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke just reminds me of like smoking meat, you know?
Yeah?
I'm like a smoker. And then Reuben is a sandwich. And I am so hungry this morning. I ate my little protein egg white breakfast thing that I do, and I'm still very hungry.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Go adopt a dog. I know Animal Humane, they're a great place. There's so many great organizations in town that dogs need forever homes. So, gosh,
Can you really call it a forever home if they're only going to be with you like 10 to 12, maybe 15?
That's a good point.
You know?
I think that's a
forever
bad name
for
it.
them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the worst. The worst part about owning a dog.
Yeah.
You only get like a small window of time with him. Why is that? That's not cool.
Yeah.
What would you, if you could pick
Okay, here we
the
go.
lifespan of a dog? I mean, if Rocket could live, let's say you could inject him with some sort of serum that would made him last.
Ugh.
How long would you want Rocket in your life? Until
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
I love my dog, and I hate my dog. Like, I love my dog.
He needs lots of
but
attention.
he's so obnoxious.
Yeah.
Love my dog. Go away. Love you. Blech.
Yeah, high maintenance dogs.
He puts his head on my leg every night at dinner. No! It's because he just wants food off
That's
the table,
true.
and I'm like, I'm not giving you food. Sit. You go sit right there. You stay right there. And he listens. He's a good dog. But
Yeah.
I love my dog, but I don't love my dog.
He's a good dog.
Dog hair everywhere.
Shout out to you for adopting him. You know, he has a forever home now.
Yeah, 4 now.
I should have liked to know you.
Nope, that's not how. I should have liked to know
When I was 2.
Gosh.
Guys, beards are so popular that they're killing the razor industry.
Yeah. I noticed you and I both letting it go again.
Yeah, kind of letting it go.
Dude, do we need to start coordinating this? Because we unintentionally coordinate this every time. Like you
true.
shave, I shave. You grow the beard, I'm growing the beard. I'm just lazy.
I'm just lazy. I just grow it out and shave it.
So is it really that beards are killing the razor industry, or is just laziness killing the industry?
According to the latest studies, the number of times men shave in a month has gone from 3.7 times to 3.2 times.
Wait, what?
Over the last decade.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't sound like a lot, but across hundreds of millions of people, it's really significant.
Yeah, makes sense.
And because of that, razor sales just keep falling. In just the past year, they've dropped 5%, and the industry believes its best chance of bouncing back is trying to survive until the beard trend goes away.
Will it go away? I was watching Sunday Night Baseball, and Matt Vasgersian, he's like the play-by-play announcer for ESPN Baseball. He just looked like he had let himself go. Like he just hadn't shaved in a few days. And
Yeah.
it was like, it's like he was trying to start growing a beard, but it didn't look right on television. It was like weird to me. I'm like, that's like an ESPN commentator guy with like a not quite beard yet.
Yeah.
Kind of looking just scraggly. Like he looked like a really rough version of himself. So I'm like, is this trend really going to hit hard? Or are we on the downward like spiral of it?
I don't know, man. For me, I love my beard.
I ran into a friend yesterday who trimmed into a goatee.
Goatees? See, you kind of have, when I look at you, I always think you have a goatee.
Why do you think that?
Because it comes in more thick around
It
your
does.
mouth.
It does. Should I just shave into a goatee? Look like evil parallel universe Steve?
See, like, yeah. The goatee was popular like, what, 90s and early 2000s, right?
I had the soul patch in the early 2000s.
You did.
Yeah, I did. I totally sported just like the little like triangle of love.
Yeah, because every time I shave, I'll do a goatee and then I'll do a mustache.
Yeah.
And I'll look at myself in the mirror and go,
And go,
you are so sexy. Gosh, I wish I could keep this.
Why don't you?
Because
it's not cool?
Not cool.
It's not hip?
It's not trending right now, guys.
Who cares?
I know, right?
Marv says, not for me. Beard for life. Yeah, our dear friend Peter Benson, who's been the voice of Albuquerque for 123 years.
Yeah, has he ever shaved? You ever seen him
He
without
said
a
he
beard?
shaved once. I think it was like in the 80s or something.
Really?
He said he shaved it once, and his wife was like, nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no joke. And so he's like, he has not shaved since like the 80s. I'm like, I don't know how I would feel if I ever saw him without a beard.
Yeah.
It was like when Kenny Rogers shaved his beard off.
What? When did that happen?
And what do you mean, when did that happen? Look at Kenny Rogers now. You got to know when to hold that beard. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He's got like a weird goatee thing.
Yeah, I guess he does. Still a nice goatee.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. Oh, man. Look at what a beautiful man.
I'm shaving into the soul patch tomorrow. Triangle of love, people.
Look at that. Oh, man.
Wow.
All right, we got to take a break. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. When we come back, we have a list of crimes. We're going to find out, would we turn our family in
this is so
if
weird.
they committed these crimes?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
All right. We'll talk about it when we come back. Hang out.
Who do you look up to? Don't stop at the stars of this world. Look all the way up to the sun. As Skip Heitzig says,
the people who matter to us are not the ones with the most trophies or wealth or beauty, but those who make the most impact in our lives are those who have cared the most for us.
Hotspot. A high-tech life can lead to low-quality relationships. Right, Skip? Right, Skip.
As technology increases in our world and as personal touch decreases in our world, good friends, the right kind of people, are going to be in even greater demand.
Find more from Skip at connectwithskip.com.
The right kind of people can add to your joy. They can increase your joy. They can enhance your joy. Why? Because they ease our burdens and they take the grind out of life.
Get the Skip Heitzig podcast on your mobile device.
You might have a lot of friends on Facebook, but Facebook friends are different from faithful friends.
Hotspot.
Whether at home or in the workplace, we're all leaders. Become a better leader in this leadership moment with Andy Stanley.
After we repeat the same mistake a few times and suffer the same consequences, we ask ourselves this all-important question: when will I learn? When will I learn? When will I learn? And this is a really important question. And the reason it's so important is because of this word right here, I. Because the common denominator in all of your mistakes is you. You follow yourself around. Wherever you go, there you are. In your greatest regrets, there you are. And for some reason, you simply don't learn as quick sometimes in the areas that matter most as you do in the areas that matter least. So for years and years and years, I've sit around and I watch these things happen. I watch people make mistakes. And my thing is this, and I say this all the time, life has enough unavoidable pain. I mean, if every one of your decisions was perfect, you're still going to have pain in life.
That was Andy Stanley on a Star 88 Leadership Moment. Hear more at andystanley.com. This is Star 88 at 88.3 FM, KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and online at star88.fm.
Have you stopped reaching, no longer seeking greater things? Have you forgotten you have a father listening? Oh, he tells the sun when to rise, gives the wind its breath, swings the door wide open and moves in the moment you least expect. Don't you give up on a miracle. You gotta speak to the impossible. Oh, you gotta pray till your breakthrough breaks through the ceiling. Keep on believing. Don't you give up. Don't you give up on a miracle. How many chances, how many answers pass us by? You know it takes faith to step on the waves when you're terrified. So when you're backed in a corner and can't wait any longer, don't you give up on a miracle. You gotta speak to the impossible. Oh, you gotta pray till your breakthrough breaks through the ceiling. Keep on believing. Don't you give up. Keep on and don't you give up on a miracle. Feels like the prayers and the words you have spoken, they go unnoticed like drops in the ocean. Just beyond the veil of your vision, your mountains are moving on.
The Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O on Star 88.
Hey, good morning. Live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Thanks for joining us on YouTube and Facebook. We're live at Star 88 FM. You can also download the app right there on your smartphone. Stream us, get us on demand. Appreciate you guys. Thanks to everyone who hits us up on the podcast, on demand, wherever you're listening, whatever time it is. Dude, we love you. Thank you so much. You guys can chime in, be a part of the show. 505-338-3700. You can also text in on the live line. What's the number?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. Hey, real quick, want to say Lillian on YouTube chimed in and asked for some prayers this morning, hoping to hear some good news today. So star me if you think about it today. Pray for Lillian. That'd be cool.
Love you, Lillian.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody who chimes in on YouTube and Facebook Live at Star 88 FM. It's always fun. It's like family, bro. Yay! It's like family.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Shout out to my kids who survived the first day of school. How did the Jeter boys do?
They did really well, actually.
Yeah?
Tons of homework already on day one.
I know.
I was like, whoa.
Right.
Like 8 o'clock at night, Jack's still like doing homework. I'm like, welcome to high school, kid.
Yeah.
Welcome to high school.
Yeah, I don't think Jaden had a lot, but she had homework. Landon and Jaden both had homework.
Yeah.
Weird. Evil teachers. Evil.
I mean, no, it's welcome to school, bro.
I guess.
What are you talking about? We got to work every day.
Yeah, speaking of work, coming up, we will talk about jobs. And I have a list of the top 10 hardest jobs. Ours is definitely going to be up there, man. It's so hard. This job is so hard. So hard. All right. Let's say you found out that one of your boys was caught committing a crime. Let's say they were caught murdering
Oh my gosh!
somebody.
I really thought you were going to start lighter.
Nope. This is real life. We're going hard in the paint.
This is the real survey.
We're going hard in the paint.
Gosh,
All right?
Here's what's depressing. Here's what's going to be depressing. So there's this survey.
Just answer the question before we jump into it. Just answer the question.
Well, of course. That's why
you would. You turn in your son if he was caught.
Yes, dude.
I mean, doesn't it depend on the circumstances?
No, bro.
Whoa.
Murder? I thought it was going to be like shoplifting, which yes, or like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
I'm going to throw up because I'm sure that number is lower than it should be.
Would you turn in a friend or family member if you found out they committed a serious crime is the question. A new survey asks people about everything from shoplifting to murder. Here are the 10 crimes. Where's my
crime music?
Yeah, unsolved mysteries. Unsolved.
That's not really
But
crime music. That's more like
that.
aliens.
Yeah, you're right.
You know?
You're right. Guess I'll go with this.
All right. I mean, it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
I'll see you in court.
See you in court.
For your crime and stuff.
All right. 33% of people would turn in their friend or family member if they committed shoplifting. Okay? 33%. 35% of people would turn their friend or family in for tax evasion.
This is so weird.
44% for dealing pot.
Okay.
45% for scamming the government out of bennies.
Wait, what?
Benefits. Or hundies.
Yeah, when you said that, I'm like, so they're like stealing cold
Getting those
hard
hundies,
cash?
man. Getting them hundies. 53% would turn their family member in for drunk driving. How about illegal firearms? Let's say you found out your brother, Scotty,
Well, he owns a pawn shop.
had a firearm that was illegal. Would you turn him in?
Had a firearm that was illegal?
Yeah, illegal.
That's weird, man.
See, this one, the percentage on this one's high.
What do you mean high?
I mean, 64% of people would turn someone in.
That's good, bro. If you found out your
mean-
family member had a stash of illegal firearms, you don't think that'd be a bit
See,
off?
when you say it like that, yeah, I get it.
It's like, why do you have illegal firearms? Especially since you have legal ones and it's totally cool for you to have them. What are you doing, buddy?
Maybe it's not weird to me because I grew up with thousands of guns in the basement
yeah, but not
of my house.
illegal firearms. Okay.
I mean, I didn't say that, but I mean, there was a lot of transactions of auto parts and guns, and yeah, I mean,
Stop talking. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so 64% would turn. I get it. Legal firearms. Yeah, if you found out, but if your family member had is it Uzi? Is that illegal?
Oh my gosh.
Uzi.
Listen, Ice Cube. Yes, dude.
My dad had one of those.
An Uzi?
He had an Uzi. He traded it for a tranny or something, like a transmission.
Yeah, I'm like, you got to be careful these days with your verbiage.
Yeah, a tranny. Just got that. He traded for
Benny's tranny. I'm like, you can't shorten everything. It doesn't work out sometimes.
A transmission. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. But if my friend or a family member had an Uzi, I don't know if I would turn them in.
Come on, Easy E. You wouldn't.
Well, I mean,
if they were
Uzi, if they were
for what purpose?
Maybe they like to shoot guns.
Yo, man, I was about to star in a new rap video. I needed an Uzi. I'm the villain in a new James Bond movie. I'm just practicing my Uzi.
Oh gosh. Oh, it's good.
An Uzi?
An Uzi?
Which, by the way, how 1980s of you to go with the Uzi?
The Uzi.
It was yeah, man. If he had an Uzi, and most people were like, I don't even know what that is. It's go back to any Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. The bad guy had an Uzi.
Yeah,
it was
it's just
this
spraying bullets.
Short, long clip Uzi. I don't know.
Do they even sell Uzis anymore? My dad had one. He had an Uzi. So funny. Yeah. 64% would turn in their friend or family member if they had an illegal firearm. 68% of people, assault, would turn their friend or family member in for assault, committing assault.
Committing
assault.
Assault?
Assault.
Assaulting someone?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Animal cruelty was number 3.
Oh my gosh, they placed animal cruelty above assault. They're like, if you accost a human, I might turn you in. You mess with a dog, bro? You're going to prison.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Number 2 was dealing hard drugs like heroin.
Okay.
74% would turn them in. And number 1, of course.
Oh, don't say of course. I'm thankful this is number 1.
See, I thought animal cruelty should be number 1.
Oh, okay.
Of course, murder was number 1. 87% said they'd turn in a friend or family member for it. 7% said they weren't sure. 3% refused to answer. And 3% said they wouldn't turn them in. Wow.
They said that in front of a family member, nah, man, I would never turn you in. Hey, I got your back.
Yeah. Remember that.
And then they got terrified. Oh, gosh. Remember the Stormy chimed in and said it's a very hard thing to have to call the police on your kid. Sadly, I turned in my oldest son several years ago because he was so self-destructive and was becoming violent. He hated me for several years. But while in prison, God reached him. He's been out for 6+ years, has a beautiful family. Is he perfect? No, but his life could have ended in real disaster.
Yeah,
I
right?
love them so much.
I like that.
Thieves found a live grenade.
Really?
In a house he cleaned over the weekend. Turns out the neighbors knew about it. Gee, thanks, he said. Okay, that's...
A live grenade?
I saw like the photos of having to call the bomb squad, but I'm like, what?
Yeah, that'd be a little freaky.
Yeah.
Yeah, would you? I know, like soldiers actually, when they go to war, they would pin those grenades to the vests, right? Because in movies, you see like Arnold Schwarzenegger, he's got like grenades on his vest.
Yeah.
How would you feel comfortable like having like 6 grenades, like just
because one
strapped?
shot,
Yeah,
like
well,
one random
shot, or like, what if it just happens to like, you know,
they're not hanging there by the pins.
I know, dude, but what if
They're,
you
like, clipped
what if you
on.
like get into a fight with somebody and somebody like accidentally puts their pinky through the little hole and pulls the pin, dude? Doesn't seem right to hold grenades like that. I feel like you should have them in a bag or something. To have them strapped to your chest? Give me a break, dude. Is that real? Do soldiers really do that?
You sound like a child. Give me a break, dude.
Give me a break, dude. I'm being serious.
I know.
Okay? I just want to know if soldiers actually do that.
Wear grenades on their chest.
Yeah, on their sweet utility jacket. My commando utility
Heck
jacket.
yeah, bro. Right next to their Uzi.
Yeah, dude.
G.I. Joe taught us everything.
Seriously. Yeah, growing up with Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, it's like,
dude.
is that real? Come on.
Oh, man. That was phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, we see it like, what about like the crazy amounts of bullets just strewn across the body? You know what I mean?
But that's
like,
different than having a grenade
I
like
mean,
strapped to
kind
your
of.
chest.
You still have like hundreds of rounds of ammunition across your chest. What if you get shot in the ammunition? Will it go off?
I don't think it would go off. I don't think it would.
And it like randomly shoot
I think
to
it would
the right.
save
and,
you.
like,
It would
yeah, it might
probably
kill
save
your
you.
buddy next to you though.
They ricochet off the
It
the
like
ammo.
shoot, and then the ammo would start shooting to your left, and you're taking your
That
friends
don't work.
out.
You know, I'd have to hit the pin in the back, dude.
I'm just saying. Also, the way you say dude this morning is really weird. You sound like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen from Full House.
Dude.
Chill out, dude.
What the heck, man? Sorry, I get worked up.
Oh, man.
Turn into somebody else.
Yeah. Jared says, from what I've heard, pulling the pin on those things is nowhere near as easy as the movies make it look.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Yeah, if anybody knows, but I'll Google it later. You know? Do you really strap grenades to your utility vest, or do you have a MRS? You know, do you carry a MRS?
Somebody said, I'm just imagining Arnold Schwarzenegger taking out a gallon-sized Ziploc bag full of grenades.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, that's where I store my grenades. Somebody said when I was 7, I called 911 on my grandma because she wasn't wearing her seatbelt when we went to the store.
Oh, my gosh.
No way.
Good for you.
I got my butt chewed by Bosque Farms police for that.
What? Whoa, come on, man. Wow. Yeah, I mean...
No, bro, wear your seatbelt. Click it or ticket. If I had not been wearing my seatbelt this last week, I would be dead.
Yeah.
Like, I would be dead right now.
How old was that? Somebody when they were younger that happened?
I guess so.
Because back in the
said when
day,
they
they
were
didn't have
7.
laws where you didn't have to
Yeah.
wear a seatbelt if you didn't want to.
Man.
Different now. You guys want to chime in? Would you turn in a family member for these 10 crimes? We talked about drunk driving, murder, drugs, animal cruelty, dealing pot.
What's crazy is how low the percentages get, like shoplifting, things like that. I remember when I was really, really little, I took something from the store, you know, like a candy or something.
Mm-hmm.
I was really young, and I don't think I meant to do it, you know, like 3, 4. But like to this day, like I remember my mom taking me back in there and having me talk to the manager and tell them that I had taken it.
The worst.
I remember like how that, like seriously, I remember how that felt.
Yeah.
I must have been more like 6, because it was just my mom.
Yeah, I think I must have been that age too
Yeah,
when I got
about
caught.
6, and I remember how that felt, and it was like I'm never ever gonna take anything without. Yeah.
Yep.
No, dude. So that's why it's weird when it's like only 33% of people would really like, hey, family member, let's go back and talk about this.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What's weird is that tax evasion was higher. Like, who talks to their family members like, bro, last year, totally got the IRS, dog.
Yeah.
Totally scamming them. Tax evasion.
Yeah. And do you just like call? Like, is there like a 1-800 number for the tax
Hi, yes,
man?
I'd like to call my family member. They're totally evading the tax.
Do you call like H&R Block? Like, who do you call? Like, how do you get a hold of the tax man? Do you call the White House? Like, who do you call? I wouldn't even know where to start.
Oh man.
I've never been in that situation before.
Mark says same thing happened to me. One time his mom took him back into the store. He was 35.
35.
He's just kidding.
Wow.
He's just kidding.
Jeez.
Somebody said if you guys say Uzi one more time, I'm turning you into chippers. Whoa. Are those Uzi sound effects?
Yeah, dude, that's an Uzi.
It's kind of what they sounded like. And that was the gun noise you made no matter what toy you had when you were a kid.
Yeah. And girls cannot do it at all. It's so funny.
The Uzi sound
Girls
effect?
can't make like gunshot noises. Girls are like,
dudes were born doing that. Like, I never had to teach my kids how to play with weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
They turned everything into a weapon.
Right?
It's like, here's a baseball bat, my child. And it's like, it's a laser sword. Yeah.
Good morning.
I'd like to report a family member for a crime.
No.
Who's this caller?
Leaving half their laundry in the wash.
What?
I go to wash the clothes. I open the lid, and there's all this, pastel-colored underwear, man-sized, gigantic underwear.
Who wears those?
And black T-shirts.
Is that Jake?
And it's all wet, and it has an odor.
You're gonna turn your son in?
Dude, you gotta rewash that, Dex.
What are you
it gets
talking
like
about?
that moldy smell. Oh.
Okay, I love you, bye.
Love you. I'm sorry, Bill.
Gosh.
Sorry. Do your laundry. Do your laundry.
I don't know who that was. It was not about me at all. How do you spell Uzi?
You? Yeah. Z. No,
Z?
U-Z. What are you?
Uzi.
Who are you?
That's how you spell Uzi?
Yeah, Uzi.
Okay. All right. I just want to hear what an Uzi sounds like. Mini Uzi?
Yeah, that's from the movies.
Whoa. Yeah, dude.
No one needs that gun. Like, no one.
You know how expensive it would be just to fire off like 4 seconds of a round?
Two.
It would be like
too expensive.
Yeah, it would cost like $500.
That's ridiculous. Did you see? That was ridiculous. Literally, no one needs one of those, except for Eazy-E in music videos and bad guys in Arnold Schwarzenegger movies.
Like, that's the new way to do it.
By the way, these days there's actually specific grenade pouches.
Oh, really?
From someone who,
okay,
has to carry grenades.
Yeah, see, that makes more sense.
Also, somebody said, do not Google what you guys are talking about. FBI knocks tomorrow. Sir, why do you need to know how to strap grenades to your sweet utility jacket?
Good call.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thanks for having our back.
Yeah.
That's so awesome, man.
It's no. That's weird.
Okay.
That's weird. Okay, moving on. By the way, remember the Starmie, if you ever need to call in a family member for tax evasion, you call Taxi Reagan. That was a member of the Starmie.
Wow.
I apologize.
Why?
I was just reading the live line.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
By the way, Kim just chimed in on Facebook Live and said, hey, girls can make fun shot noises too. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, you can.
Gun!
Pew, pew,
block,
pew.
block, block.
Hey, go ahead.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
I was going to say, I need a mini Uzi for this place, man. It's Albuquerque.
No,
I might need two.
no,
and a couple of extra clips.
No,
Yeah.
we can't have that, man.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unless,
all right.
unless you're going up for the
Double-barrel
new
shotgun.
villain. Yeah, no.
Mm-hmm.
Villain in the new True Lies 2 with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Love it. Yeah, if any girls would like to call in and prove that they can make gunshot noises, please
No,
feel
that's
free.
so-
Feel free. You know what? All you ladies out there that are upset But I called you out because you can't make gunshot noises.
See, you didn't grow up with a little sister around you.
Oh, I feel like your sister could totally do it.
Yeah, I'm like, you're talking to the wrong person. My baby sister, like, not only that, but you go to the gun range and she's a better marksman than I am. Like, she's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But they're that family. You know what I mean? Constantly just like, bro, my new 9mm, blah, 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 blah. It's got the front loading this and that with this clip and that thing. It's totally great. I got a laser scope. And I'm like, for what?
Yeah, right?
You live in Arizona.
Yep.
It's like all these rattlesnakes, bro. Just pow, pow. Yeah, guns. I don't get it.
Pow, pow.
Pow, pow.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to, give it a shot, ladies. Let's hear it. Let's see if you can do it.
Okay, you're talking about turning a family member in for crimes, but I mean, lying is a crime.
Ooh, would you
Biggest question ever, member of the Starmy asks. But what do you do when your wife asks you, does this outfit make me look fat? Can you lie then? Why would they set you up like that?
All women do that.
Really?
Oh, I would imagine
I just don't know
do.
that Chrissy has ever in the history of
Really?
all
She's
time
never said that?
like, hey, does this make me look big?
What a good woman.
Hey, does this... And it's like, no. Does this make me... No, the answer's no.
It's always a setup.
Because it's never the outfit's fault.
And you can never answer correctly because if you say, no, you look beautiful, they're not going to believe you. You have to say that. You're
true.
a liar.
Yes,
what?
You know what? That's true. That's true.
Yeah, there's no way. So you just run. That's what you do. You just don't even answer and you run the opposite direction. Just get out of there.
By the way, no more gun sound effects. Our friend Luca on YouTube just hit the deck in public because they had headphones on.
No.
And that was like surround sound.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody says you never answer that question. Just turn yourself in to the authorities. Just turn yourself in, man. Will you stop it? Gosh, you're so dumb.
It's a mini Uzi,
That
guys.
was really loud, actually. Dang. Oh.
Man, it sounds like you're changing a tire.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds like a body shop.
Hey, we did really good sound effects there. I always wanted one of those. Like, anytime you go to, like, a tire shop and you can hear those, it's like, man, I want to change a tire with one of those things.
A bolt gun?
Yeah, whatever. Is that what it's called?
Bolt gun.
A bolt gun? It's like NASCAR?
Yeah.
Love that.
See, that sounds like more of like a sander. Or the dentist.
No, that's there you go. Dentist drill. No, so I was going. That sounds like the tire shop place. Okay. Love it. Love it. I just changed all 4 tires.
What did I
just change it all?
I called it a bolt gun?
A bolt gun?
Gun bolt.
Gun bolt?
No,
that's like a rifle, like a bolt action rifle.
But what is the thing that when you take the lug nuts off? It's not a. I thought it was a bolt gun, but I guess it's not.
Why is it a gun? Isn't it just like a
drill?
Man, it's an air ratchet.
It looks like a gun.
That's what they said.
Oh, it's an air ratchet. There you go.
Mark says, I leave and come back and everyone is 12.
It's a ratchet. We'll just do that. Okay, there you go. Let's see.
An air wrench. Let's see.
Sounds just like an Uzi. Yeah.
Mine was a little higher pitched.
Yeah. An air ratchet. Thank you.
Dude,
what, a bolt gun?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be that Police Academy guy that did all the sound effects. Gosh, I was so good at that just now. It sounds so good, guys. It's an impact wrench. Air wrench. There's so many names for it.
Actually, my superhero name is Torque Wrench. That's not a joke either. That's real life. Torque Wrench.
Rachel, by the way, wanted to perpetuate your stereotype. She does not, in fact, make gun noises. So,
yep.
Yeah.
Most girls can't.
Yeah.
All right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we have a list of the 10 hardest jobs and also a list of the 15 actors who almost played Avengers. I think you're going to be pretty surprised on who made the list. Like I mentioned, Tom Cruise was up to play one of the Avengers. We'll
Pretty
find out
sure.
who it is.
Yeah.
You think it's
Pretty sure.
Tony Stark?
I think so. He'd be a short Tony Stark, but
that's true. All right, we're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back.
Whether at home or in the workplace, we're all leaders. Become a better leader in this leadership moment with Andy Stanley.
We learn from our mistakes in the areas that matter least. We learn from our mistakes in the areas that matter least. Games, if you're learning a new game, board game, you only make the same mistake one time, you won't make that mistake again. Sports, if you're learning sports, you're taking some sort of lessons for something to do better, you learn pretty quickly. Hobbies, putting toys together, putting computers together. Texting, you remember when you first started texting, you made some really stupid errors and you said some things and other people got it. It's uh-oh. And then you started direct messaging, and if you're on Twitter, then you realize, I just think I told everybody in the world I love you. Enjoyed last night. That went where? Oh my gosh. And how you? So anyway, there are certain mistakes. You only make them one time, and then you've learned your lesson. And in the areas that matter the least, we seem to learn the most. We learn the quickest. But we repeat our mistakes in the areas that matter most.
That was Andy Stanley on a Star 88 Leadership Moment. Hear more at andystanley.com. Andy Stanley examines the life of David in this Star PowerPoint.
Unlike the average king, even unlike the average king in Israel, unlike the average king or the typical king, David actually loved the law. Now, kings typically did not love laws. Kings loved to be the law. In fact, when a king broke the law, they would often adjust the law to match the words of the king, because the king's words were the final words. And yet throughout his reign, we discover that David actually loved the law even when the law condemned him. And instead of changing the law or adjusting the law, it's an incredible story. David allowed himself to be broken over God's literature that he wrote. And throughout the Psalms, he declares that he loves God's law because he believed, in fact, that Israel's law was the law that God had given the nation. And that conviction, and this is a big takeaway for many of us, that conviction provided him with extraordinary clarity.
That's Andy Stanley with a PowerPoint on Star 88. Martin Luther said this: "The Christian shoemaker does his duty not by putting little crosses on the shoes, but by making good shoes, because God is interested in good craftsmanship." A solar flare on Star 88.
Just like the city lights. Just like the city lights. You're the brightest. You are lighting up the night. You're the wonder, bringing color to our lives. It's your love. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights. Just like the city lights. Just like the city lights. You Your love is a fire. We will never be the same, and our hearts cannot contain. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. We will never be the same, and our hearts cannot contain. Your love is a fire. Your love is a fire. Oh, we're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. We're gonna burn bright like we've come alive. We've come alive, and the world needs to know the hope that we hold. Love is breaking through the darkness. We're gonna burn bright like the city lights, just like the city lights. 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 The city lights, like the city lights. Just like the city lights.
What's going on in the news today?
We're now rebuilding our military like we never have before.
Soldiers surrounded the president as he signed the massive bill named after Arizona Senator John McCain.
You want Hulk Hogan's belt? You gotta go through me.
Jim the Anvil Neidhart has died.
A lawyer for Peter Strzok says the counterintelligence agent was fired late Friday.
Costa Rica says it's going to spend more on security following recent deadly attacks on tourists there.
North and South Korea now say they have agreed on a summit in September in Pyongyang.
Gasoline prices in the U.S. rose 2 cents a gallon.
Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said the U.S. withdrawal from Iran's nuclear deal with world powers shows the U.S. can't be trusted. Khamenei also ruled out war with the U.S., saying that will not happen.
Joseph D'Angelo is accused of killing college professor Claude Snelling in 1975 as he tried to kidnap Snelling's daughter from their Central California home.
The trial of former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort is underway again in federal court.
Ontario's health minister says 3 new overdose prevention sites won't open as scheduled.
Officials in Redding, California say they don't know when firefighters will be able to fully contain a huge wildfire that already has destroyed more than 1,000 homes.
Got to turn on the microphone. Good morning. What's going on, everybody? Dex and Steve-O. It's Tuesday. It's going to be a beautiful day here. Thanks for joining us. So I've been reading stories on grenades, and there's an app. I've been a part of this app for a while, and it's a pretty fun app. It's called Quora, Quora, and people go on there and you just ask questions, like any question you want answered, and other people that know the answer will chime in. And so I, of course, Googled the whole grenade thing because we were wondering about it. Do soldiers, do they really carry those grenades on their vest, or do they have like a little pack or a backpack or a satchel that they carry them in? Like, how does that work? And if I found out if you shoot a grenade, it won't go off. It'll just put a hole through it. Also, reading some of these stories, they're pretty hard to, when you don't just pull the pin. There's another thing called a spoon that you have to disengage as well. There's like 3 things you have to do before you throw the grenade. So that makes it a lot more safe.
I love that you're like so into this.
I am. Dude, this story was crazy. So this guy answered back saying, during the Kosovo War, we mainly used our hand grenades to build booby traps and other improvised explosives. After a couple of days, we'd go back to the locations where we'd put them to see if our traps had worked. Sometimes the grenades didn't detonate. The pin was removed and the safety lever was gone, but the grenades malfunctioned and didn't explode. We didn't want to leave the grenades where a child might find them, so we put them back in our pockets. So think about it. Like when a firework doesn't go off and you like walk over to the firework and then it explodes, that's basically what you're doing. That's what this person said. There was a chance that they could explode, and it was a little risky. But he said that he'd always put the grenades in his side pockets of his trouser, and it was uncomfortable to walk around. And he said, yeah, I'd probably lose my leg if it exploded, but I probably would survive. But he'd get back to base and get rid of them as fast as he could because he didn't want a child to pick him up.
80s movies lied to us.
They lied to us, man.
Yeah.
They lied. Yeah, this person said, I didn't carry grenades, but I mean, I did the traditional M67. I had the 203 under my M4, so I had to carry 40 grenade rounds. I also hated looking down and seeing those the primers attached to my chest. So they did attach them to the chest.
Yeah.
Shout out to all of our military. Gosh, I can't even imagine. Like reading some of these stories, it's insane. Just the conditioning and the shape that you have to be in to carry some of this. You know, one person was saying that they were in charge of carrying all the ammunition for an M60. An M60, that's not a very light gun, is it? Wouldn't think it would be.
I mean...
And then you got to carry a giant box of ammunition.
You're talking to the right person. I know so much about all of the weapons.
Look at that old school grenade.
So much.
Anyways, learning a lot about grenades. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to chime in. The Avengers. Oh, the Avengers.
Speaking my language.
Yeah, I found this pretty cool list of actors who almost played Avengers. And I mentioned Tom Cruise, and I didn't read this, but yeah, we both were right.
Yeah.
I mean, he really would be the obvious option.
But this was like a long time ago, I think.
Yeah, so like way back in the 90s.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he was a contender to play Tony Stark.
Thankfully, that movie never got off the ground.
But what if it would have been amazing and the whole Marvel universe like started in the 90s?
No, because there were Marvel movies in the 90s that technically started it that nobody thinks about. Everybody says Iron Man. Yes. Blade was the 90s. That was a Marvel movie, and nothing came from it.
Yeah, we just weren't ready for them.
Right. We kind of were with Blade because it was more like the Matrix.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true, yeah.
So, but I think things, obviously, we talk, especially as believers, we know, like, things happen in time for a reason, you know?
Right, yeah.
And sometimes they don't work out. Like, if Tom Cruise had made an Iron Man movie in the 90s, I don't know that we'd have what we have now.
Yeah,
it could have tanked. Right. It could have been terrible, or if it had been good, it would have been different, and I don't know.
Sam Rockwell was also almost Iron Man.
Oh, that's weird.
But this was just before Robert landed the role. Instead, Sam played the villain, Justin Hammer, in Iron Man 2.
That's right.
And Wesley Snipes was almost Black Panther. And this was also back in the 90s.
Yep.
And he was too old by the time it finally got off the ground. And Chadwick Boseman, of course, is now Black Panther. Jake Gyllenhaal, he was almost Spider-Man. He almost took over for Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 2. And he's going to make his Marvel debut as Mysterio in Spider-Man Far From Home instead.
I'm so
excited about that.
I'm so nerdy.
Who's Mysterio?
He's a villain.
Okay.
Magician meets.
Ooh.
I'm like trying to think. He's like an illusionist. Kind of. Yes.
That's cool.
Trickery. He's kind of a B villain in the Spider-Man universe, but he's one of my favorites. He looks like he's got a fishbowl on top of his head.
All right.
Weird looking. See, I'm running.
Like an astronaut?
Kind of, but with a purple cape. And he's got a green costume.
Wow.
It's really cool, man.
Cool. Sweet. Very mysterious.
Yeah, you know?
Okay.
I'm saying.
David Duchovny. I love David Duchovny.
Wait, what?
He was almost Hulk. I think he would have been great as Hulk.
Oh, why are you telling me this?
Yeah, it was a close race between Edward Norton, which I actually really like. I didn't mind any of the Hulks,
fantastic. I liked Ed Norton. The problems were he wanted more creative license to be Bruce Banner and do things, and Marvel was like, no. And so they replaced him with Mark Ruffalo.
Who is great. You know?
He is great.
I think David Duchovny would have been great.
Gosh, that would have been awesome.
Emily Blunt was almost Black Widow. Excuse me, in Agent Carter.
Huh.
She was actually cast as Black Widow in Iron Man 2, but had to drop out due to scheduling
I never
conflicts.
knew that.
Now, ScarJo is now Black Widow, and Haley Atwell is Agent Carter. And I was bummed when they canceled that series.
Emily Blunt, wife of John Krasinski. I'm sure this is on the list. Is this on the list? I'm about to ruin it. John Krasinski, who played Jim in The Office. Okay, this one is one of the very few I actually do know. John Krasinski originally was supposed to be Captain America instead of Chris Evans.
I think that would have been a pretty cool Captain America.
I think he's a fantastic actor.
Because in a way, Chris Evans, you look at him and you're like, that's a beautiful man. And I can't relate to you at all because you are a superhero. You put John Krasinski in here, like, dude, John Krasinski could do this. I could too.
What was the military film he did? 15 hours, 13 hours, 27 hours, 192
It was like
hours.
a million hours.
It was a billion hours.
That was a great movie.
I never saw it, but like the trailer, he looked ripped.
And there's a new series coming out on Amazon Prime with him in it. I can't remember the name of it, but it's
Jack Ryan.
It's Jack Ryan. Yeah. And it's got looks.
He was supposed to. Does it say why he wasn't Captain America?
Let's see what he reportedly backed out deep into the audition process.
Okay, I knew that he was originally like he was the front runner. He will be Captain America. And I was like, Jim from The Office is going to be Captain America, and then all these years later, you see him in these action films in A Quiet Place, which he wrote and directed and stars in. I think it would have been fantastic.
Okay,
I really do.
Man, I'm really glad this next person did not become Star-Lord. Glenn Howerton?
Oh, yeah.
And I had to Google who that was.
It's Always Sunny?
Yeah. I can't imagine anybody else being Star-Lord than Chris Pratt.
You can't now. I mean, that's like Star-Lord. Like Chris Pratt is the modern-day Harrison Ford. Like, he's all the cool roles. You know, like Harrison Ford was Han Solo in Indiana Jones, but he almost wasn't.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck. But now you're like, he's iconically Indiana Jones. You couldn't even fathom Tom Selleck as Indiana Jones. But maybe back then, who knows?
Yeah, apparently James Gunn said that Glenn was his second choice after Chris Pratt. Jason Momoa was almost Drax the Destroyer before he signed up to play Aquaman. He came close to being Drax, but he decided not to because it was too similar to the other roles he's done. And David Bautista is just so good.
He is good.
Read his book, guys. It's so good.
Bautista's book?
Yeah, it's like one of the books that I interviewed him years ago, and so I got a book in, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. And it was awesome. Like, his life is pretty cool. As, you know, a wrestler, and he was a bouncer at a club, and it's been through a lot.
You know what's funny is Paul chimed in. He said that John Krasinski could not play Cap, couldn't take it seriously because, you know, Jim from The Office. But if you've seen any of his recent movies, he's actually a pretty serious actor.
Yeah, he's great.
Leading up to Captain America, Chris Evans had mostly done comedy. He was in Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
And
he was in
chick flicks.
A movie called The Losers, which was another comic book film. He was Johnny Storm, which everybody's like, he was already the Human Torch. How's he going to be Captain America? Like, nobody thought he'd be a good Captain America, and now nobody can think of anyone else who would be Captain America except Chris Evans.
15 actors who were going to play the Avengers, but somehow backed out or got cut. Let's see. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was almost Ant-Man. He and Paul Rudd were the front runners in 2013, and Paul eventually won out. How do you say that?
I have no idea who that is.
Saoirse Ronan was almost Scarlet Witch. Josh Whedon had her in mind when he was writing Scarlet Witch in Avengers Age of Ultron. I need to Google that. Who is this girl? Who is she?
Oh,
yeah. Saoirse Ronan? Okay. I don't know.
Gosh, you are.
Sorbet.
Nailed it.
Let's see. And Joaquin Phoenix was almost Doctor Strange before Benedict Cumberbatch was cast. Joaquin seemed to be the front runner, but he turned it down. Instead, he'll make his superhero debut as the Joker in an upcoming movie.
Benedict Cumberbatch for life, yo.
Yeah, but Joaquin Phoenix he's such a great actor. He could do anything.
Yeah.
You know, any role you put him in, I think he could nail.
Yeah.
Oh, and two more here. Olivia Wilde was almost Gamora.
Okay.
She was offered the part for the first Guardians movie, but turned it down.
It's always interesting to me when actors get the part and then decide to turn it down. We talked about this because the Mission Impossible films came out recently. But Doug Gray Scott, who I say that name and everybody goes, who? He was like the prince in Ever After with Drew Barrymore.
Oh, wow.
He got the role of Wolverine in the first X-Men movie. But he also got the role of the villain in Mission Impossible 2 and was like, oh, dude, sure bet. Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible. This is going to make my career. I'm turning down this stupid comic book movie that nobody's going to care about.
Right?
And all these years later, everyone knows Hugh Jackman. He's like household name. And poor Doug Gray Scott, it was like, what happened?
Yeah, right? Yeah, without Hugh Jackman in that role,
right?
I think any actor that would have become Wolverine wouldn't have done that many Wolverines, right? Because how many of those movies? Was it about 9? With the X-Men and then all of the origins.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's 3 X-Men movies, and he did 3 Wolverine movies.
Actors
so
usually
that's
don't do
6,
that.
and then
like that's a pretty rare thing for an actor.
Well, there were 3 of the original trilogy, and then going back, gosh,
it's crazy, right?
It's been in 10, I think.
And our last one, Jim Carrey was almost Rocket Raccoon in 2013. There were rumors that both Jim and Adam Sandler were being considered to voice Rocket in Guardians, but the role eventually went to Bradley Cooper. Which I still, whenever Rocket talks, I can't hear Bradley Cooper. He does a pretty good job. I don't hear it doesn't sound anything like. I know he's changing his voice, but I can't even picture him using that voice.
If anything, these stories should be reminders that sometimes we have these crazy plans in place that we just know for our lives or believe, like, no, dude, this one thing is the thing. And if I get this one thing, this is going to change everything and make everything. And then you don't get it and you're left going, well, now what? But maybe it's because God's got something better.
Yeah, right.
Or just something different. And I think a lot of times we can get stuck or trapped in those things where we're wishing for that different, like, but I wanted this. And if we can't keep moving forward and seeing, like, but what's God got for me today?
Yeah.
We're just always going to be stuck in that, and we'll never be used.
Yeah, exactly.
So I always like hearing these stories of actors that were either cast and then turned it down, or, and then they become these big roles. It's very interesting to me.
That's why I almost feel like you shouldn't say no to everything, or you should say yes to everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give it a shot. Don't let fear creep in. Don't think, you know what? I don't know. It just doesn't feel right. I think you should just give it a shot,
Yeah.
because you're allowing opportunity, you're allowing things to happen. Because think about it, those little moments in life when you look back on, if you wouldn't have shown up at that birthday party and met that person, you wouldn't be where you're at today. Just from like that one decision. So crazy to think about, like how many of those do we miss out on every day?
If Teo had never been born, I wouldn't have been on the interstate last Wednesday driving to the comic shop to get him his birthday present. I never would have been in my car accident. I wish Teo were never born. What?
Wow. You took it way dark there. Jeez. I don't know about that one.
I'm just kidding. By the way, remember the Stormy chimed in, and this was an interesting fact that I remember. Hugh Jackman was playing Curly in Oklahoma, the musical, when auditioning for the part of Wolverine.
Wow.
I remember that because he was on one of the late night talk shows, and he ended up doing like one of the songs from Oklahoma, and I was going, this guy is Wolverine?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Such an iconic character and a great actor. Man.
Yeah, when I think about, just when I graduated high school, I mean, I wanted to be a basketball coach and I wanted to go into sports medicine.
So glad you didn't.
Right?
Because listen, bro, we're like the dream team. Think about this.
No, we're not.
I had to do the show without you for like a whole month, and I was like, I barely maintained. I maintained. You had to do the show without me for 2 days, and it failed. So think about it.
Yeah, I mean, thank you, man.
We can't have one without the other.
Thank you.
You know?
Yep.
We're like cherry Dr. Pepper.
We're like Starsky and Hutch.
Yeah, yours was better. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just trying to think of things you can't have without
We're
each
like
other.
Mo and Curly.
But what about Larry?
Oh, well, nobody really cared about Larry.
I liked Larry.
I did too. I was just saying.
He had the weird hair.
You're right.
Yeah, I guess they all had weird hair. What about Shemp? Man, there were a lot of Stooges.
Yeah.
Supposed to be 3.
What about Maverick and Goose?
That's good.
That is.
I'll
You'll
take
always
that.
be my Goose.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was thinking about, when you brought up how if Tom Cruise was to have played Tony Stark back in the 90s as Iron Man, how it could have changed the way Marvel movies, it could have, we might not have what we have now.
Right.
Because if it bombed, or what if the Marvel movies exploded back then? But then you made a good point. What if, it seemed like the timing was not right.
Right. But at the time, I'm sure they were really bummed. They couldn't get it off the ground.
Kind of feel like that's how our show is.
Okay.
Like, I kind of feel like it's just not time. Like, the world isn't ready. It's like when Marty McFly got up on
like
stage.
We're before our time.
Back in the 50s.
20 years from now,
he decided to
"Man."
shred some metal.
Yeah.
And everybody looked at him like, you're an alien.
Yeah. But it was like, but your kids are going to love it.
Yeah.
So someday, children will be podcasting this show and go, they were ahead of their time.
Exactly.
I'll take that.
See, you know what? That's it, man.
By the way, people are chiming in left and right about what we're like. We're like PB&J. We're like Ren and Stimpy. We're like Fish and Chips.
SpongeBob and Patrick.
What?
I made that one up.
Yeah.
You don't watch that
Batman and Robin. Rocky and Bullwinkle. We're like love and marriage. You can't have one without the other.
It's good.
I mean, you can. It never.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Is that it?
That's pretty good. Thanks.
505-338-3700 if you'd like to chime in. That was a pretty interesting list.
That
of
was.
Actors who almost played the Avengers. It's kind of crazy to think about.
Man, and then somebody just chimed in with like a fan art of
see?
John Krasinski
That
as
looks pretty
Mr.
cool.
Fantastic. And I'm like, what?
Well, I'm just looking at him. I thought that was a Captain America picture.
No, that's Mr. Fantastic from Fantastic Four.
He totally could have pulled off the Captain America thing. Easy.
Yeah, dude, I love John Krasinski. But Chris Evans is Cap. So
he's so
works
ripped.
out. Works out okay. Weird. Oh,
Isn't it? Never mind. Never mind. I'm just gonna be
What?
quiet.
Okay.
That was gonna sound really dumb.
So anyways, whatever you're going through today, maybe you didn't get that job, or maybe situation's weird in a relationship, or something's going on. Maybe you just don't know what's going on today. I hope that can be at least a little bit of encouragement that sometimes we don't get like what we're hoping for or what we want, but God's always got something in store. Seriously. You see, he closes a window, and then the garage opens.
Yeah.
And you first have to release the dove if you want. I lost it.
Yeah.
I lost it,
I always
man.
tell you to write things down.
I
and you never
know.
do it.
I should. I really should.
All right. We got to take a break. Go after it today, guys. Don't turn down those opportunities. Those doors that open. Maybe you should just walk right on through.
Okay.
Just give it a walk through. Give it a little peek in. We're live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We'll be right back. Hang out.
This is Groundwire with Sean Dunn.
As I was sitting in my house with some of my family, our conversation kept getting interrupted by the phone. But every time that I answered it, no one would talk. I could hear someone breathing on the other end, but they wouldn't talk to me or answer my questions. After the fourth time, I was getting upset. The most difficult thing for me to deal with was the fact that I couldn't hear the person on the other end of the phone. I knew someone was there, I just couldn't communicate with them. I was incredibly frustrated. Because many people never learn to talk to God, they feel the same way that I did that night. They know someone's there, but they don't know how to communicate with him. In vain, they ask questions trying to get input, but because they have not taken the time to get to know God, they can't discern his voice. God is waiting to build a relationship with you that is defined by open and honest conversation. But if you want to know his voice, you're going to have to set aside some time to be with him and practice communicating. He will not hide from you like my caller did, but by investing some time in this relationship, you will be able to decipher his thoughts and his leadings.
To find out more, click on groundwire.net. Groundwire.net.
Ever wish you knew exactly what God wanted to tell you? Well, maybe you should start with his book. James McDonald is diving into Scripture, so listen up.
Even if you have a strong family background, even if you have a strong family heritage, that is not enough to build your identity on. You don't know who you are until you know who God is. That's the place you want to get your feet on, a rock. And the only rock that you can stand on that will hold you up for your entire life, no matter what you face, no matter what you go through, if your spouse leaves you, if your heart is broken, if your business fails, if your possessions fade, the only thing that never changes is God himself.
And that's Listen Up with James McDonald. And there's even more content online at walkintheword.org. Listen Up is a production of Walk in the Word.
This is KLYT, Albuquerque, Santa Fe, New Mexico's fresh alternative.
Ever since you left, I've been taking it a day at a time. Stuck it in my head, searching for a reason to the rhyme. I know you're wondering if I'm okay. I know you're asking how I'll make it through the day. Now I'm hanging up, and I think it's time that you do the same. Why you dragging it out? Why you making me need it? I move on to you and let me get you off my mind. Why you running me round? Now I gotta relive it. You never call me, but you keep me hanging on the line. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line. Chasing every step till I figure out what brought us here. I say what you're too scared to say, even if it's not what you wanna hear. Maybe it's time to make a clean break. Gotta let this go for your own sake. Now I'm hanging up, and I think it's time that you do the same. Why you dragging it out? Why you making me need it? I move on to you and let me get you off my mind. Why you running me round? Now I gotta relive it. You never call me, but you keep me hanging on the line. Keep me on the line. Keep me on the line. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line. Kept my heart locked up all for yourself. Held my love hostage from everyone else. Twisted and tied up and caught in your spell. Why you dragging it out? Why you making me need it? I move on to you and let me get you off my mind. Why you running me round? Now I gotta relive it. You never call me, but you keep me hanging on the line. Why you dragging it out? Why you making me need it? I move on to you and let me get you off my mind. Why you running me round? Now I gotta relive it. You never call me, but you keep me hanging on the line. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line. You will let me get you off my mind. Keep me on the line. Don't keep me on the line, but you keep me hanging on the line.
It's the Morning Invasion with Dex and Steve-O.
the show, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the second day of school for most of you out there. Hope you guys did okay yesterday. You guys had a good day. Seemed like my kids did pretty well. They liked their teachers. They didn't have a whole lot of homework, but they did have a little bit. Shame on you, teachers. First day of school, come on. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios. We're hanging out on Facebook and YouTube. You can go watch the show.
Yeah.
Search Star 88 FM.
Text us, 505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. We get important texts on the live line. Important things like, hey, let's go play golf. Sure, random stranger. Or like this. If Black Widow and Spider-Man had a baby, what would it be called? I said what? And the answer was I have no clue, but my kids asked me we need to get an answer so that Clopez's kids know.
If Black Widow and Spider-Man had a baby, it would, well, it depends. If it was a girl, it would still be a Black Widow, right? Because it's a spider.
But it'd be Black Kiddo.
Okay. Yep, Black Kiddo, guys. Black Kiddo. There you go. Black Kiddo. We're not going to last much longer in this industry at all. Gosh. Maybe write down those things, and then after the show, we can sit there in a meeting and we can discuss it.
We'll figure
Come up with a great, be like real professional comedians.
Yes.
We can write it out, and then we'll act like we got it.
Then
Yes,
we'll just be
like
like,
tomorrow
yes.
we'll be like, we just got a text on the live line.
Yeah. Okay.
Black kiddos. It's good.
No, we can't say Black Kiddos. It's like Black Widow, but it's a child. Black Kiddo.
You can't say Black kiddos.
Well, it's just one.
I was
singular.
attacked by Black kiddos.
Yeah, that sounds really bad.
There's more than one. It's Black kiddos, dude.
Spider Kiddo, somebody said on the live line.
Spider kiddos?
Yeah.
No.
By the way, shout out to the kids starting school in Santa Fe today.
Oh, cool. Right on, guys.
For most of you, it's might be your second day of school, but for Santa Fe, it's just the first.
That's crazy.
Is there an echo in here?
Echo. Speaking of golf, you brought up golf.
Yeah.
The weirdest conversation. And I thought I was being punked. I'm sitting out here in our little radio area. We have a couple couches.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Andrew.
A couple chairs.
And Daniel.
Yeah.
And Heidi was sitting next to me.
Uh-huh.
No, they're couches, aren't they?
Those?
Yeah, those are
chairs, man.
They're couch chairs, dude.
Yeah, but they're chairs.
Yeah, but
you said a couple couches. Couches are like 3-seaters. These are singular uno seato.
Like a love seat? That's not a chair. I think of a chair. That's a chair, dude.
It's a big chair. Why do you keep saying dude
I don't
today?
know. What is
so
up with that?
weird? Because when you say dude, you sound old.
Right?
It
doesn't
sound right. You're
yeah,
like,
right,
listen, dude.
Dude?
You enunciate it too well.
Well, anyways. That doesn't sound right.
Okay.
Couches. Okay?
Yeah.
And Daniel goes, I love watching golf. What? What'd you just say? Yeah, this weekend, I enjoyed just kicking back watching golf. It's like, wait, like there personally, like at the golf course or on TV? On TV. I enjoy watching golf on TV. I never would have thought Daniel watched
he
golf.
doesn't even like sports.
So then I go, so you played golf? No. Wait, so you watch golf, but you never played golf? And then he starts telling me, like, you think you know somebody? And then all of a sudden, like 2.5 years I've been here, and I'm like, I think I know Daniel pretty well. I don't know anything about him. Yeah, apparently, like, he grew up on a golf course. His grandparents had, like, membership to this little fancy club, and he like, grew up on a golf, like, Caddyshack style.
But he never played golf.
He never played golf.
I mean, to be fair, Tiger Woods did have his like second best round of his like career in a Masters or something this weekend or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
SportsCenter
that's what
had,
Andrew
like,
said. Andrew said the same thing. He's like, I love watching golf too. And I'm like,
I don't love
where
watching
am I
golf.
right now? And
I
Heidi's
don't-
laughing because
Yeah,
she
I
thinks
don't-
it's
yeah,
ridiculous.
weird.
Yeah, Andrew's like, I love NASCAR and golf.
Have
I was
you
like,
have you
what?
ever heard the commentators? Like, we could never be golf commentators.
I do actually like listening to the
I like
commentators.
Jim Nantz. He's very like
because it puts you to sleep
Yeah.
almost.
And approaching the 8 o'clock hour for Star 88's morning show, we're the Morning Invasion. I am Steve-O. With me, as always, my co-host Dax.
Oh, hi. How are you?
Nope.
See, I couldn't do
it's
it.
like way too much.
Couldn't do it.
Oh, hi.
And you couldn't do it either.
Yes, I could.
No.
I just did it.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm going to
yeah.
do like, give me 3 minutes.
No, I'm not going to give you 3 minutes.
In the
Get
next
out
3
of here.
minutes,
No.
I will be doing this in the style of Golf Guy.
No.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
No, just do the morning show.
Anyways, so yeah, we were sitting there, and so he started talking about, and he doesn't play golf because I guess his ribs, like he has they get separated.
He's
Okay.
had
I just knew that was gonna
problems with
yeah, they get separated easily.
He has back problems as
So
well
he can't
as side problems.
swing a club.
I believe the injury happened when he was 12 years old on an escalator.
I don't think that's when.
That's true. He was wanting to slide down the side of the escalator, fell over the opposite side at a shopping center.
Seriously?
No, I
Oh.
just made that up. But because I'm using golf voice, you believe
I believed
me.
you. Yeah,
That's right.
I don't know. I thought it was kind of weird. I thought it was weird that people watch golf, and I look at him completely different now.
To be fair, they
Yes.
don't talk like this all the time because when they sink a major putt, they do clap. Oh, and a great round for Tiger Woods. Am
Wow.
I right?
Cool.
So that's about as high as you can get your voice.
All right, 3 minutes is up.
No, it's only been about
Darn it.
40 seconds.
Gosh darn it.
Go ahead. Tell the next story.
That
sounds traumatic. My voice is so low, you can't hear me over his sound effects.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what was the car doing?
I have no idea.
That was
it's in the
weird.
clip. I don't know if they were
Okay.
like driving and then they saw a bear like come out of it, and then it was like they veered off the road. Anyways, this story is crazy. There it is again. This New Mexico man sharing his story of survival after he was attacked by a bear while he was walking his dogs.
Yeah.
So he's out there just walking along in the forest with his dogs, and a bear attacks him. They roll down a hill. Luckily, the guy had a gun, and he shot the bear.
Oh my gosh!
But
Dang it, I ruined.
See, you can do it. You can do it. Here's what's I got to play this clip because this is from the news report from KRQE, and seriously, it's insane what happens next.
I got way too close, and the bear was overly aggressive.
Bridger Petrini is a rancher and big game hunter. Last month, he was exercising his hunting dogs near his home just outside the small city.
When he saw me, he just he pinned his ears down and just immediately made a big charge at me.
And that's when the struggle began.
Down the hill, we went again, rolling. And he had bit me a time or two, but he never was able to get on my upper body, and so my legs took most of the...
Petrini says he was armed with a pistol and shot the bear as he was being mauled.
Somehow or another, where he had bit down on my calf muscle, it had basically twisted it over his bottom jaw, and then he died with his teeth locked, and so I wasn't able to get away from him.
Raton Fire, along with Game and Fish, responded to the scene, but moving the nearly 400-pound animal proved challenging, so they eventually sawed the bear's head off.
The bear died while it chomped down on this guy's leg. They sawed the head off of the bear and then transported the guy to the hospital with the bear head attached to his leg. Look at this. They showed a picture of it, too. I was like, whoa, jeez. Yeah, that's the bear.
How did you expect me to do golf voice when you're telling this story? Oh my gosh!
There it is. There's like the bear head chomped down on this dude's leg, his calf, and then they just sawed it off. It was dead already, but they sawed off the head. How crazy is that?
It's pretty unbearable.
Ugh.
That was a grisly photo.
Uh-huh. Yep.
This is terrible, man.
It is.
Oh my gosh!
It is-
It happened in
it
New
is-
Mexico. I'm never leaving my house.
It is bearable. What?
so bad. So
Like
bad.
terrible, but bearable?
Yeah, no, I got it. I got
darn
it. It was so bad. Because I had literally just said unbearable. You know?
Yeah, but terrible and bearable are way closer.
There. Yeah. Oh, man.
Steve-O, what would you do in that situation?
Okay, you ready? Wait, which person am I? The person that the bear bites?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, golf announcer voice guy. And we are walking through the woods, hanging out, having a good time. To my left is my best friend Dexter. Today we are going to go possibly fishing because it's a nice, relaxing... Oh, no, there's a bear! It bit me in the leg! Oh, it's all vanity! It's all vanity! I'm going to die!
I'll see you later.
Just let
Bye,
me
Steve.
die! Wait, where are you going? You
I don't want to
wouldn't
be
leave
friends with
me?
you because you talk in the third person all the time, and it's super weird. So I'm just gonna let the bear just have its way with you. Sorry, dude. Jeez.
Somebody said, why would you report this story? I am so traumatized right now.
Why? Because a bear almost killed a human being?
1, education. 2, it happened here. It's a local story. Okay. It's all of the elements that we love here at the station. Education, entertainment, encouraging, losing sight.
I'm confused. Is the person upset because they cut the head of the bear?
Oh my
off
gosh.
Its
Oh my
body?
gosh.
It was dead
Oh my
already,
gosh.
dude. The bear was dead, and this bear was trying to kill this
Listen,
man.
dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude.
I just...
When a bear approaches you, you do what? You stop, drop, and you roll. That's what you
Wait,
do.
what kind of bear was it, though?
I was like a brown bear.
Yeah, no, you don't. You get big and go, "Rawr!" Scared away.
No, if you stop, drop, and roll, dude,
Nope,
it'll
that's
totally
wrong.
throw the bear off, and the bear will be like, "What is he doing?
What is he doing?
What? Wait, I've never.
No,
what,
because
a
if you're
roll?
rolling around, then maybe he thinks you want to play. You get huge, bro. Rawr! Scary bear voice. Bear.
You're actually wrong. In most situations, if it's a brown bear, you don't want to get big. You probably want to.
It's a black bear that you want to get big on? What's the difference between a brown bear and a black bear?
One's
was
black
not-
and one's brown.
Yeah, knew it. Gosh.
Well, it depends. See, that's the whole thing. Is there's reports that some people have gotten big and screamed at grizzly bears and they run off. So, but I think the chances, I don't know. Black bears usually, if you make a lot of noise, they'll usually get out of there. But you never can tell.
So I apologize. A brown bear is like a grizzly, so their attack is actually a defense. So it could be that it's guarding cubs or food. So
Right.
you simply stop moving, and the bear will stop attacking. They'll fight until the threat is gone.
See, that's exactly right. Because
So with
you
black bears,
don't
you
know.
get big and scary. Brown bears, you're just like, hey, bro, I'm sorry. I'm
Don't
gonna
turn your back, dude.
No, you don't. You just stop, and you're like, hey. You don't drop. See, you don't drop,
Drop,
or roll.
drop, and
No,
roll.
you
Stop,
just
drop, and
stop.
roll.
You just stop what you're doing. Because I'm about to ruin the image and the style that you used to. I look funny. But you all make money. See? Okay, so I'll stop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, because again, a black bear, they might attack you too. You just never know. I think the chances are more likely that a black bear will run away if you scream and yell.
Yeah.
And stare it down, but you just never know. You never know, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad this guy's okay. He had to get 400 stitches. No, excuse me, 200 stitches. Poor dude. But at least he didn't lose his leg.
You're in the bear's house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're all up in his place. Why?
Right.
Why? Poor bear.
Poor bear.
Yeah. Poor
Guy
bear.
wasn't doing anything, man. He was just out for a stroll with his dog. And you know, where was the dog? Why didn't the dog help out? Where did he go?
Okay.
Where's that in the story? You'd think the dog would have been trying to get the bear off of him. Nope, he took off. Thanks a lot, dude.
Oh, somebody says, actually, if you crack a stick against a tree, that sound is supposed to scare them off.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. I don't know.
We've had a few bear encounters here, so they're, yeah.
It's also a way to contact Bigfoot as well. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Moving on.
Moving on. Okay, moving on, guys. The 10 hardest jobs. The 10 hardest jobs. Don't look at this list. I want you to see if you can nail some of these, okay? See if you can hit some of these.
I feel so bad for the member of the Starmy who texted in at like 7:30, like, but I'm almost to work. Can you just do the jobs thing now?
Oh,
and I
my
said,
bad.
podcast it later, buddy. We teased it for the 8 o'clock hour.
Yeah, according to a new survey, they asked 1,000 people what the toughest jobs are. This was done in Australia, but they're
done in Australia. Okay,
but they're all they're common jobs. Okay?
Are they though?
Yes,
because Australia is a little different than say New Mexico as far as like toughest jobs.
I get it, but they're common jobs, dude.
Like it's like roadside worker, and you're like in New Mexico. Come on, bro. It's like no, Australia because of all of the poisonous animals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there you go. But it is.
Top
They're
10
all common.
most dangerous jobs.
Okay.
Can you give me number 10 so I at least have like my bearings? Like, what do you mean? Like, just any job?
Pilot was number 10.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
That's a normal job.
CEO just missed the top 10 at number 11, followed by politician in 12th place. Politician, 12th place.
Dangerous jobs or deadly jobs? What is the criteria? Tell me more about this study.
Jobs,
But
okay?
define hardest.
Okay. Pressure, let's say pressure of politics.
Okay.
And it could be physical labor mixed in with mentally, it's a hard job. So it's all the combination of mental, physical, and is there anything else?
Spiritual.
Maybe.
Spiritual warfare. I mean, come on.
okay,
Why
all
not?
right.
Why can't we throw that in there?
I mean, sure.
Pastor.
No.
Oh. You said spiritual, so I
You
thought,
said spiritual.
I mean, it felt like you were saying it.
No,
so.
it did.
Hunter.
Hunter.
Is that a job?
Really? These are common jobs, dude. Like, I just gave you pilots.
Listen, dude.
All right? Hunter.
Dentist. Is dentist on the list?
You know what? That would be a hard job if you think about it. It would.
In Australia, especially.
Why?
I'm a piranha. Finding Nemo. That was in Australia, man. Okay. Opera singer.
Opera singer.
I'm just trying to think Australia.
Don't think Australia. Just think in the world. Okay.
Koala wrangler.
That would be a hard job.
Radio host.
No. Come on.
Nanny.
Nanny?
Yeah, it's a job.
No.
Why can't I think of jobs? This is why I never had a job. Retail sales guy.
I will say childcare worker was number 5, along with teacher. So I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one. Nanny. Okay.
Sure.
Teacher, childcare worker, number 5 on the list.
Retail sales associate.
Yeah. You know what? I think that should be number 1.
Yeah, customer service care.
No, it was not in the top 10.
The military.
The military? Let's see. Number 2 on the list. Soldier.
Okay.
They got to carry those grenades, bro.
Yeah, I know. And like the ammo on their chest.
Yeah, dude.
Sporting goods salesman.
Gosh, man, that would be such a hard job.
I can't think of jobs. Like truck driver.
Truck driver. Nope, not in there.
Dang it,
Nope.
guys, help me out. The Starmy's like trying so hard to help me out.
10 hardest jobs.
So far, nobody's gotten them.
Well, you've gotten a couple.
I know, but I mean on the Starmy. Except actually somebody said military, so that teacher
soldier was number 2. Yeah.
Doctor.
Doctor, nurse was number 3.
So how come dentists didn't count? They're doctors. Drive-through window guy. I can't think of jobs.
Drive-through window guy?
Yeah, that's a job.
Yeah, but that's an easy job. No, it's not a hard job.
The guy that drives your car into the car washes. You know, there's that guy, like you get out of the car and then they like drive it in or they drive it out or whatever.
That's
and then
a hard job?
Yeah, you know how many people probably get run over because they're not paying attention?
I don't think anybody gets run over. I've never heard of anybody.
Bus driver.
Bus driver? No, not on there.
What?
That's an easy job. You pick up kids and take them home.
FedEx delivery guy.
No.
No, I was thinking like public transportation driver bus guy.
No.
There's no public
Come
transportation
on, dude.
guy?
Driving a truck or a car is not a hard job.
Computer programmer.
No.
These are Starmy members now.
No.
Janitor.
No.
Skyscraper window washer guy.
I think that's more dangerous than hard. He really is washing windows that hard.
Hard. Tour guide.
Tour guide.
Yeah.
No. You guys are terrible at this.
Iron worker construction guy.
Thank you. Number 9, construction worker, plumber, trade jobs.
Uber driver.
Uber driver.
Yeah, you
number
never know
one
when you're
hardest
gonna
job out there.
You
that
never
was
know
number
when
one on
you're
the
gonna
list.
get robbed.
That was number 1 on the list.
You never.
No, it was not number 1 on the list. Get out of here.
Oh, you know what? I just realized thinking about like what. Okay, when you're a kid, you either want to be a firefighter.
A firefighter. You know what? I'll give it. Number 1 was police officer.
That's what I was gonna say next.
Or paramedic. I think we should probably put firefighter in there as well.
Yeah.
List.
Social worker.
Social worker.
Yes.
Was number 4.
Wait, really?
Social worker or psychologist was number 4.
Bridge
it's hard.
guy. Bridge builder.
Bridge builder.
No. Is that construction?
Yeah,
or is
that's
that
construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Computer programmer guy.
No.
Mailman. Milkman.
No.
Fisherman.
You're missing, let's see, we were missing 2 jobs we haven't said. 2 jobs.
These are clearly very important jobs.
Hardest jobs.
Are they important to society?
Yes.
Wow, you didn't even
Very
blink.
important.
Gas station pump attendant
No,
guy.
nobody does that anymore.
In some states, it's illegal to pump your own gas, so yes, they do.
Really?
Fumes, cancer, explosions. Gas station pump guy.
Wow. That happens?
You know why there's so few of them? Because it's the hardest job.
Yeah. You almost convinced me. I'm like, whoa. She's cancer and from the fumes
from
and
smelling
explosions?
Yes.
Okay.
A corrections officer.
No.
Gosh, Starmy, help me. Pest control.
No.
Essential to society. Not a lawyer.
You're actually you're one of these.
Wait, well, I'm one of these?
You have this job. You made the list, dude.
I said radio guy already.
Nope.
Father. That's not a job.
Parent.
That
was
is
number
so
7.
lame.
Parent was number 7. That's a hard job, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I got you, but
that's
like,
that's
come
the
on.
hardest job. That should be number 1.
Okay.
There's one more on the list that nobody said.
Veterinarian.
Nope. Which that would be a hard job putting those dogs down.
But really, that's like a pet doctor, and we already said doctor.
That's true. One on there, guys. One more.
I said lawyer already.
Nope, lawyer.
Judge.
No, that would be a hard job. For
Pool
real.
boy chimed in with
Pool boy.
Pool
did.
boy.
What's up, pool boy?
Yeah, what up, pool boy?
Miss you.
Pool boy?
No, pool boy. Pool boy? Come on, guys.
The IRS.
No, that we can't. Tax man? Being
Yeah.
the tax man?
Ooh, repo guy.
Repo guy. That'd be a hard job
Yeah.
for sure. No, it's not on.
Air traffic controller.
Nope.
Garbage man.
Nope.
Worship leader. I'm just
Nope.
going down the list of what everybody. Crash test dummy guy.
No, these are all hard jobs.
Logger.
Yeah, hard job.
Farmer.
Where's my...
Well, now I know I got it because it took you 7 minutes to get. Okay. Farmer.
Farmer was number 6, guys. You got him. We said them all. Good job. Farmer. Yeah, police officer or paramedic was number 1 as far as the hardest jobs according to
That is
this
a very
list.
tough job. Yes.
Yeah. Always wanted to be a police officer.
Did you really?
Kind of want to be a corrections officer.
Why?
Because, dude, I've been watching a lot of those prison documentaries.
Okay.
I think I could do pretty well. You know?
Pass.
Because I
Hard pass.
feel like, now, I'm not saying that all corrections officers are bad people, but they definitely, in like TV shows and movies, make them look out like corrections officers get a bad rap.
Yeah.
You know? They seem like they're corrupt. Now, I'm not saying they all are, but I feel like I need to like step in and like be that good person.
I'm sad that Garbage man wasn't on the list.
Garbage man,
When
is that
we
a
were
hard
kids,
job?
both you and I wanted to be trash dudes.
We did.
I wanted to
We
drive
wanted to
the
be
garbage
trash men.
truck. I really did. And you could have been the guy that had to get out and throw them in, and then I'd drive.
Dude, we know somebody that runs the garbage
Our
in New Mexico.
trash truck would be the dopest.
Our boy Rob.
Kids would come outside on trash day to wave at us. We would have the dopest route, and it would be cool.
Right?
Do you need 2 people anymore, or now does the metal arm guy thing go? Did
You
that
don't
take
need
a
2
job?
people. No, you don't need 2 people. Some of them do
Pretty
have
sure
2 people.
You do need 2 people.
You don't need 2 people.
Because, like, what if you call 311 and you're like, yo, come pick up this giant oversized thing, and it's like, it has to be light enough that 2 people can lift it. So maybe they do have a second person.
I don't think so, dude. When I look at the garbage man, there's never a second person or a guy on the back. Remember when the guy used to sit on the back?
Or they stand on the back.
Yeah.
And then
That was before the claw,
and they jump
dude.
down, and then they throw it in.
It's before the claw.
Gosh, the claw ruined everything.
The claw took away a job. But yeah, I don't know if that would be a hard job. Not. Hey, man, you guys work hard. I'm saying, just
Dude, are you kidding me? You'd be testing your gag reflex every 2 seconds.
What? You're inside
Every
of a
time you hear
garbage
trash,
truck, dude.
Every time you, it's in my mouth. I can smell it. Oh, I want to be a garbage man.
We should try it. Rob would hook us up.
Garbage
Rob,
man.
can you give us our own truck for a day?
Just one? I just want to do a route. Be a garbage guy. Oh, that'd be so awesome.
All right, thanks so much for chiming in, everybody. Good
That's
morning.
not even a joke. We both really wanted to be like trash dudes when we were little.
Yeah.
So weird.
But I also wanted to be Arnold Schwarzenegger in Commando, so.
Yeah, but those aren't real. Wow, Arnold Schwarzenegger's real.
Yeah, but the trash guys, that's not real life either, dude.
Yes, it is.
I said it again.
Listen, dude.
All right, we got to take a
not
break.
hip anymore, man.
Yeah, right. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to chime in. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM. We'll be right back. Hang out.
Ken Costa challenges you to live each day with purpose in this Star 88 PowerPoint.
What would it be like if people would say of us that in this place, at this time, in this Apollo, listening to me, we formed such a bond of the Spirit of God that it would be said of us that we had changed the character of our times, the character of a generation. You know, together, we can make this not another talking point, but a turning point in our lives, in the lives of our churches, our communities, and our country. Do you know there is no power on the planet that is equal to the power of forgiven men and women who know the work of the Spirit of the living God in their lives?
That's a PowerPoint with Ken Costa on Star 88.
Ever wish you knew exactly what God wanted to tell you? Well, maybe you should start with his book. James McDonald is diving into Scripture, so listen up.
Even if you have a strong family background, even if you have a strong family heritage, that is not enough to build your identity on. You don't know who you are until you know who God is. That's the place you want to get your feet on a rock. And the only rock that you can stand on that will hold you up for your entire life, no matter what you face, no matter what you go through, if your spouse leaves you, if your heart is broken, if your business fails, if your possessions fade, the only thing that never changes is God himself.
And that's Listen Up with James McDonald. And there's even more content online at walkintheword.org. Listen Up is a production of Walk in the Word.
Ravi Zacharias said this: human beings are not an accidental blip on the radar screen of time. We are made with a specific purpose. That's a solar flare on Star 88.
Sometimes you wonder if you got it, wonder if you got it in you. Some days looking for the reason why.
Feels like standing on a runway, standing out on a runway lately, watching everybody else fly by. See that wildfire in your eyes, keep on burning, keep that dream alive, can't let go of what you got inside. Maybe it's crazy, maybe it's meant to be. Who says you gotta have it all figured out? Who says you'll never feel alone in the crowd? Who says you gotta be like everyone else? Who says? Who says? Who says? Hold on, with everything you got it, everything you got it in you. Don't stop, I can see the finish line. One shot, are you gonna take it? Are you gonna take it this time? One life, don't let it pass you by. See that wildfire in your eyes, keep on burning, keep that dream alive. Can't let go of what you got inside. Maybe it's crazy, maybe it's meant to be. Who says you gotta have it all figured out? Who says you'll never feel alone in the crowd? Who says you gotta be like everyone else? Who says? Who says? Who says? Maybe it's meant to be. Maybe it's meant to be. Oh, whoa. Nothing is stopping me. Nothing is stopping me. Who says you gotta have it all figured out? Who says you'll never feel alone in the crowd? Who says you gotta be like everyone else? Who says? Who says? Who says you gotta have it all figured out? Feel alone in the crowd. Who says you gotta be like everyone else? Who says? Who says? Who says?
What's going on in the news today?
The FBI has fired controversial FBI employee Peter Strzok.
President Trump weighing in, tweeting, finally.
Baltimore police officer and the beating captured on video. He may now face charges. The police commissioner today making that announcement after the officer was seen repeatedly punching 26-year-old Deshaun McGreer in the head on Saturday.
Dangerous weather is flooding several states in the Northeast.
20 million people are in the flash flood watch.
The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, is reportedly gravely ill in a Detroit hospital.
Former White House aide Omarosa Manigault Newman reveals she recorded White House conversations, including this one with President Trump in December.
Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
Google is being investigated by Australian competition and privacy regulators for allegedly tracking Android users.
4-year-old Max Velez, his grandmother, had a medical emergency and stopped breathing. Max, he didn't panic. He jumped into action and called 911, answered the door for the first responders, and then handed them her inhaler.
Oh, boy. Jeez. Good morning. Welcome to the show. Dex, Steve-O. Nice to meet you guys. How we doing? You guys can chime in. Phone line's open, 505-338-3700. We got a live line you can text in. What's that number?
505-585-LIVE. It's 505-585-5483. Yeah.
Good news.
Good news? Good news? You want some more good news?
Good news, ladies and gentlemen.
Good news is good news, and the good news is...
I've got good news and good news. Pretty good.
Put some good in your morning.
Good news, there's a monkey jumping on houses in the neighborhood.
I got good news all day, every day. This good news story involves a man who is 27 years old. His name is Joshua. Joshua was at a Walmart in Dana Point, California last week. Dana was trying to shoplift a bunch of stuff. He tossed all of the stuff in a bag and just tried to walk out of Walmart. Security, they grabbed the bag from Joshua, and he took off running.
Yeah.
I mean, he should have been long gone before the cops got there. And while police were still responding to the call, Joshua went back to Walmart. He went back, guys. Why did he go back?
To a second round of stolen goods.
He was
like
going for a
criminal.
second round. He's like,
Second
oh,
round.
I'll show them.
What a dumb criminal.
No,
Returning
guys.
to the scene of the
No.
crime to steal more. Because
No.
you get away with it once, and you think, I'm going to get away with it forever, like Samson. But just like Judges 13 says, like you keep at it, like you're just going to get up again like you did every day, and the next thing you know, Delilah cut all your hair off, and you are hosed.
That's true.
What happened, bro?
That's
Why'd he go
not,
back?
That's not why Joshua went back. It's not. He didn't go back for a second round.
Okay.
He went back because he left his Bible behind.
Shut up right now.
It was in the bag with all the stuff he tried to steal. And guys, he got the Bible back. He got the Bible back. He did it. He got the Bible back. He did it. Joshua retrieved the Bible.
Good news.
This is terrible.
Well, Joshua left after he got the Bible back. And that's when the cops showed up.
Yeah, you think?
They spotted him walking past the Panda Express. And they arrested him.
Okay.
Now he's facing theft charges. But he got the Bible back. The good news is in the pudding right there. Okay?
And here's the best. He's going to have plenty of time to read that Bible.
Plenty of time.
And just glean some more wisdom out of it.
Plenty of time. Plenty of
Because
time.
he's in jail.
Plenty of time, man. He went back for the most important thing, and that was the Bible.
That's good that he went back, you know? He's got his priorities straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Good news everywhere. You just have to look for it. Look for it. There's good news everywhere.
Man. Yeah. Wow, he took off, though, when the police approached him at that old Panda Express.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did they have to tase him?
He ran behind several stores before jumping the fence to a transfer station. He jumped a second fence, disappeared into a thick wooded area. Officers surrounded the area, were able to locate the man after a short search. Transported back to Walmart. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
He could have gotten away with it.
He, no joke, is seriously in jail because he
went back.
Opted to go to jail in lieu of a $500 bail. So he's still in jail as of the story break. So, which is good, man. Maybe he just wanted some like time and the word.
Yeah.
want to be like his hero, Paul. Just spend time in the clink so that he can preach to the other captives. Gosh, this is a terrible story.
His mama probably gave him that Bible. That's probably why.
Well, I mean,
probably meant something to him, you know? Why would you go back?
Yeah.
It's crazy. Guys, there's always a cost. Okay? There's always a cost. Maybe you're right now thinking to yourself, gosh, times are tough. I'm going to go rob somewhere. I'm on my way to rob a store.
He didn't have any priors, man. I'm looking over his rap sheet right now. It's
He didn't
pretty
have
clean.
any priors?
No priors. He was walking around the store placing items into a bag, reportedly walked to the front of the store and passed all points of sale, and they said, "We got you!" And he took off running. But he left his Bible in that bag, so he had to go back.
Yep. And he got it.
I had to go back for that Bible.
It's crazy that he went back and he got the Bible. Yeah. So crazy. Pray for Joshua, you know? Pray for him. Maybe this is this will wake him up, and hopefully that's the one thing that I'm learning. That's the one hard thing when you watch these documentaries on the prison system and how jail works. There's no correction. Like they're not correcting these people that go to jail.
He course corrected himself by going back to get his Bible.
I mean,
it's
you
the
could
word
look
of
at it that way.
God. Although somebody said if his mom really gave him that Bible, his name was probably inscribed on the inside, so he was trying to retrieve it so they wouldn't have his name.
Yeah. You know what?
So there's a couple reasons. I mean, we're speculating here.
Maybe
conviction set in. So much so that he was like, I'm going back. But then the cops started chasing him. He's like, no, I'm not.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know, man. Just hope that he gets some help, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that story.
Yeah, man. Just bringing the good news today.
Literally the good news.
The good news.
He went back to retrieve it.
The good news.
Good news.
It is good news. 505-338-3700. We were talking about jobs this morning.
Yeah.
Coming up. The number one thing companies look for in a job.
Oh, I like that. Probably not thievery.
I'm sorry. Let me reread it. It's not in a job. The number one thing companies look for in job candidates. Sorry. Not in a job. In job candidates.
Job candidates. Number one thing they look for in candidates.
What were we going to say?
No, I was just saying it's hopefully not priors, like not looking for those in a job candidate. Unless the job you're going for is like fake thief to trick the bad guys for entrapment purposes.
Can you talk like that golf announcer again?
Why, I can.
Thank you.
Remember, the Starmie chimed in on the live line, 505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483 to say maybe he just wanted a hot meal and a warm bed for the night. And he figured when he gets out of jail, he'll get right back on track and he'll have his Bible waiting for him. You know, our past, I can't do this voice because I was going to be serious for a second, but I was going to use golf voice. Chip always says, his go-to, right? Isaiah, word never returns void.
Yeah, man.
So who knows what's going to happen with this dude? Arrested, he's in jail, he went back for his Bible. Maybe he's actually going to be stuck there and he's like, this is all I got.
Yeah.
Starts actually reading it. Word never
that's a good
returns
call.
void.
That's a good call, man.
So pray for that dude.
That's it, man. Pray for him.
Dang.
Now, let's say Joshua gets out of jail, okay? He's trying to find that job. He's trying to make it. He's trying to become a good citizen, okay?
Uh-huh.
What does he need to do to get the attention of an employer?
Flare gun.
A flare gun, yes. You fire the flare gun, boom.
Because
attention
a
right
lot
there.
of these corporations have like tall buildings. So it's like the 20th floor,
Yep.
You're
Gotta
not
get the
going to get
attention.
the attention of the CEO on the ground level.
Yeah.
So you have to stand outside.
Mhm.
And you rock that flare gun.
You rock that flare gun, man. You rock it? No.
No, you do not.
No.
Humanity.
No.
That is not what you do.
Why?
I apologize.
No. Yeah. No, you don't want to do that.
No. No.
No.
What do you do? You take up night classes at your junior college.
You're terrible.
For communications so that you can speak better and get a job, hopefully not.
It's speak
in morning
gooder,
radio.
dude. You learn the language. While you're an American, I need you to start talking like one. Speak gooder.
So you can do gooder.
Thank you.
What do you do?
All right, new survey found the number one thing companies look for when they're hiring someone.
Popped collars. Am I right?
Nope.
Salmon polo shirts.
Here's what's interesting. It isn't how much experience they have.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So it's, okay, not experience, so it has nothing to do with their knowledge. Whether or not you look cool enough to be behind the counter. Are you part of our crew? J. Crew. Do you look like you fit into the J. Crew culture? Shut up! I was being funny!
No. Number one, okay, it isn't how much experience you have. The number one thing companies look for in job candidates is how you'd fit into the company
that's a little different. Okay, it's
culture.
But that's not just the look. That's how you
I don't
would
know,
fit.
man. You fit in.
No, that's
like,
different.
Are you going to be able to fit in with us? If we were hiring somebody, you and I would be like, wanted to check him out and see, like, dude, does he fit in here? Like, is he going to be able to roll with us?
Right. And so that would happen in a conversation, not just like, say somebody's going out for like worship leader job here, right? And they come in and it's like ripped jeans and black t-shirt. They're like, yeah, he looks like he fits in with our culture. Like, it's more than looks. You'd want to have a conversation.
Yeah.
What's this dude's heart about? Like, where's he at spiritually?
Exactly.
Well, how does he fit? What is worship to you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess.
So
you're right.
we would go, hey, bro, morning radio. Why? What's the dealio? I don't think guy walks in with tattoos and we're like, you got it. He looks like he belongs with us.
I was going to say, I was kind of giving you that one because it's everything. I think it's, I mean, if he walks in looking
the part,
like he walked in off the street, you know?
Whoa.
What? Hey, I'm
no
just
discrimination.
No,
here, bro.
I mean, if he smelled.
How punny is he?
It's true.
Or her. Because let's be real. If we ever had a third, I feel like we'd want a female perspective.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing that's missing here.
Or another
except
really
for
hot
when
guy.
One of us are sad.
What? Number one was how you'd fit into the company culture. Yeah, that's apparently, according to this survey, that's the number one thing companies look for. Companies companies out there listening right now. What is it that you're looking for? Would you say you agree with this? Number two was how much experience you have. Number three was personality. Got to have that personality, man. Number four was how qualified you are for the job.
That's number four.
Right.
Number
qualified.
4.
You ever gotten the sorry, but you're overqualified for this position? Isn't that the worst?
Yep.
When I first when I moved to San Diego,
I still took the job.
When I first moved to San Diego, I'd been in radio for 3 years, and I applied for a job at Clear Channel in San Diego, but it was the promotions department. And because to get a job in San Diego in radio is super hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, if I can just get in. So I showed up to the meeting, and she's going through my resume, and she's like, yeah, you're overqualified for this position. And I'm like, yeah, I know. She's like, are you using this job to get back into radio? No.
You have to be honest.
Yes, darn it. I didn't get the job.
See, when I went out for another radio, it was the same thing. Whoa, program director, overqualified, this and that. And I was like, I don't care. I just want this. I'm not trying to move up. I'm not trying to take anybody's time. I just need to chill. I'm tired of talking. My mouth hurts.
Yes, my mouth hurts.
I took a break there for a while, and it was the best.
You lost your voice from talking too much.
That was also true. Overqualified.
Yeah.
That's crazy that's fourth. Personality, experience, and how you fit in with them is higher than if you're actually qualified.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I feel like how much experience you have is still part of your qualifications, though.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know.
If you're proactive and have a good attitude was number 5. Number 6 was your ability to work as part of a team.
Nice.
Your willingness to learn. An ability to take initiative and complete tasks on your own. Number 9 was how ambitious you are. And number 10 was communication skills. Okay?
We should be really good at this as Christians. Like what we're called, like with whatever we do, whether food, drink, like whatever we do with our hands, like we're working with in the ground, whatever it is, like we're doing it to the glory of the Lord. It sounds like that would be pretty easy. Like good attitude, willingness to learn, ability to be part of a team, personality.
Right? Yeah.
Gosh, it sounds like we're qualified for all jobs. Let's go be trash guys.
You want to be a trash guy, dude?
Yes.
I don't know, man.
Hold on. Don't they have different names now, though? It's like refuse and recycling engineer. What is it called? Adam's one.
You are a waste management
engineer.
Thank you. Waste management engineer. Yeah, see, you don't call them garbage, man. That's offensive, dude. That's super.
A waste collector.
See, I like that. A waste collector.
I collect it.
Yeah, dude, I don't want to be that. I want to be an Uber driver like Jarrell.
But you are an Uber driver. You're just picking up trash instead of people.
Good call. Yeah, but do you get paid every day like an Uber driver? Because you can get paid every day as an Uber driver.
Yes.
Not every day. Do I get a paycheck every day? End of the day, I want my cash, dude.
It's still going to be smaller than you would if you had a real job.
I don't care. Okay.
Oh,
Can I borrow your car today?
No.
I have to take the Beamer back.
Sorry, bud.
Darn it. Guys, I've been
Sanitation engineer, by
I've
the
been
way,
driving a
another person.
BMW for the past 5 days, and seriously, it's crossed my mind to shave off the VIN number. I'm not gonna lie.
Stop.
I'm just kidding.
saying
I'm
stupid
just
things.
joking. How
Gosh.
can I get this car? I kind of wish I would have never. It's like you can't just taste something that's delicious, because if you taste something that's delicious, you're gonna want more of it, right? That's how I feel like driving this car.
Yeah.
You know the car I have to go back to. Oh.
I don't. I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Wish you'd stop complaining about your car situation.
Okay. Yeah, well, I don't have one right now, so.
Good morning.
Yep.
Oh! Perfect timing. It's 8:56. 40 seconds go.
No. Yeah, you always call in right at the... We only have 30 seconds.
Well, here, I'll just call back.
No.
Well, I mean, okay.
No.
He does it every time.
Buck, everybody.
Every time, right at the end of the hour. I think that's when he leaves or something for work.
Thebe says he wouldn't want me as his Uber driver. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would want you as my Uber driver either.
Bad couple months, guys.
Yeah,
I have never been in an accident.
Yeah, but there's something going on, man.
Yeah, someone's trying to kill us.
Yeah, see there.
Hardest 4 months of my life.
I don't know if you should.
I'm glad I can laugh about it. Thank you, Lord.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll talk to our friend Buck when we come back. And if you guys want to chime in, 505-338-3700. You can call in. We're also live on Facebook and YouTube at Star 88 FM. Hang out.
A Star 88 Supernova with Greg Lord.
Here's what God really cares about. He doesn't care so much about the length of your prayer. He doesn't care about the eloquence of your prayer. He cares about the heart of your prayer. And Jesus says that your Father knows what things you need of before you ask them. Now, you might say, well, if that's the case, why pray? Here's the answer. Prayer is not informing God. Prayer is inviting God. Let me say that again. Prayer is not informing God. When I call out to the Lord in prayer and offer my petition, I'm not informing God of something he does not already know. But it is inviting God into my situation, into my challenges, into my problems. This must be thought of as a relationship between a father and a child. The value of prayer is it keeps me in touch with God.
Catch Greg Laurie's teaching show, A New Beginning, on our sister station, KNKT, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. on 107.1 FM.
This is Groundwire with Sean Dunn.
As I was sitting in my house with some of my family, our conversation kept getting interrupted by the phone. But every time that I answered it, no one would talk. I could hear someone breathing on the other end, but they wouldn't talk to me or answer my questions. After the fourth time, I was getting upset. The most difficult thing for me to deal with was the fact that I couldn't hear the person on the other end of the phone. I knew someone was there, I just couldn't communicate with them. I was incredibly frustrated because many people never learn to talk to God. They feel the same way that I did that night. They know someone's there, but they don't know how to communicate with him. In vain, they ask questions trying to get input, but because they have not taken the time to get to know God, they can't discern his voice. God is waiting to build a relationship with you that is defined by open and honest conversation. But if you want to know his voice, you're going to have to set aside some time to be with him and practice communicating. He will not hide from you like my caller did, but by investing some time in this relationship, you will be able to decipher his thoughts and his leadings.
To find out more, click on groundwire.net. Groundwire.net.
This is KLYT Albuquerque, Santa Fe, rebroadcast on KKCJ, Cannon Air Force Base, KPKJ, Mintmore, K201CC, Las Cruces, K203EZ, Alamogordo, K207CQ, Gallup, K211CW, Hobbs, K212EH, Silver City, K214DE, Antonito, K218AK, Artesia, K250AB, Roswell, K293AO, Alamosa, K228DQ, Portales, in the free app for iOS and Android, and online at star88.fm.
Every single step, the further I get, it doesn't seem to get easier. It doesn't seem to get easier. I'm running out of breath, but you wouldn't give me strength if it's meant to get easier. If it's meant to get easier. So help us, please. There's gotta be another remedy. I'm running out of my options. I'm running out of my options. So show me how to get stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easier. Not until you make me stronger, stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easier. Not until you make me stronger. No, it doesn't get easier. So show me how to get stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easier. Not until you make me stronger. Makeshift happiness, mistakes for being blessed. No, it doesn't get easier. So show me how to get stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easy. Not until you make me stronger, stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easy. Not until you make me stronger, stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easy. Not until you make me stronger, stronger, stronger. Don't expect to take it easy. Not until you make me stronger.
Good morning.
The Morning Invasion
Part of a complete breakfast. You're stupid.
with Dex and Steve-O.
Good morning. What's happening? ABQ Food Fridays. Have you guys gone yet? This actually sounds really cool. It's down on Civic Plaza.
Yeah.
It's on Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And there's a ton of food available from different restaurants. Live music. There's games for the kids. Ping pong tables. There's a splash pad fountain.
Wow.
No cover charge. It's family friendly. Come check it out. Civic Plaza on, they call it
Albuquerque.
ABQ Food Fridays. There you go. That's something to do with the community, right? Get
Right.
down there, hang out with the fam. Live from the Dreamstyle Remodeling Star 88 Studios, Dex, Steve-O. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out on Facebook and YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. You guys can watch the show, hang out with us. We upload them every day after the show. You can go back. Show's on demand through iTunes, SoundCloud, and through the app if you download it on your smartphone. So many ways to connect with us. All right, you know what? It's just going to call and train wreck us. So, I mean, guess I'll just have to call him myself. I can't remember the last time I looked up like someone's number in my phone. I think I would know it by now. There used to be a show in town called Buck and Dex. Rest in peace.
All right, PBO.
You know, it did pretty good. It did all right. This is the other half of Buck and Dex. His name's Aaron Buck Burnett. He sells real estate now. Has 4 beautiful children. He used to make fun of me all the time for having 3 kids, and now he has 4. I mean, come on. So glad.
Wow.
So glad. Thank you, Buck, for making me look like an idiot.
Really busy.
I'm not answering your phone call now.
He's really busy.
Gosh darn. Yeah. Anyways, I only had this break. I don't have anything else. Just kidding. We'll be right back.
We're going to go play some music.
I'm just kidding. 6 stressful situations your grandparents never had to deal with. I saw this list, and it's kind of cool because it's weird to think, even us, we're pretty old. I'm 39. Steve-O's 40. And we lived in a time where we didn't have the internet, and it's kind of weird. It was a great time to live, but our kids will never understand what it's like.
Yeah.
They'll never get it.
Right.
They don't understand. Our grandparents, they never had to deal with a lot of this stuff. Like, for instance, all right, you like a really old post on Facebook or Instagram? Think about that.
Okay.
Then you realize it looks like you were stalking the person online. So have you ever like been scrolling through, you saw somebody maybe you hadn't seen in a long time, or maybe somebody caught your attention, and you're scrolling through all their pictures, and you happen to click on a photo that they took a long time ago on their Instagram feed, and you double tap it, but then you realize, oh no, they're going to think I'm stalking them because...
But aren't you kind of? Because you were just like actually scrolling through their feed, like looking at all their stuff.
Yeah, but it's not like the
Kind of.
news feed, though, because the new feed is like the newer pictures. Like today, if someone posted something,
Yeah.
it's not stocky or crazy, but it's like,
You have a
oh
little
no.
guilt in this area? Like, what are
Man.
you talking about?
They totally know I'm stalking them
Here's what I'm
now.
going to do. I'm going to go to my Instagram. I'm going to find one random follower, and then I'm going to pick them. Here, let's see.
And then you're going to go
followers. Let's see. Go back to followers.
And then go to an old
and
picture.
then I'm just going to go.
Go to an old
boom,
picture.
that person.
Give him a deep like.
I don't know who that is.
Give him a deep
oh,
like.
no, I know who that is. Okay.
Give him a deep like.
Boom.
Give him that deep like.
This is a product or service. Why am I following that? Who is that person?
Who is that?
I don't know.
Why would you follow that?
I don't know.
Give him that deep
Oh, wait.
like.
These are people following me. Followers,
Yeah,
not.
dude.
Okay.
Go to a follower. Hurry up.
Boom.
All right. Give him that deep like.
Oh, it's private. I quit.
darn
This
it.
is terrible.
The term is called deep like. That's what it's called.
It's when all of a sudden I got one of those this week. Like it was
See,
a photo that I'd posted a couple years ago.
And
I was
somebody
like,
liked it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Happens to me
I
all
was
the
like,
time.
Okay.
I immediately think you're crazy.
No, I
psycho.
just went to the hashtags and I was like, well, was it like a popular hashtag or something? Like why?
I did.
Okay.
Some people just scroll through and they go
Yeah.
through all the pictures and then they're like,
I think it's a good one.
yeah.
Like
But I immediately will think
this
that.
is a stressful situation that our grandparents will never
They
understand.
never had to deal with any of this. But this is stuff in our society now that we deal with because you deep like somebody, you look like a stalker.
I hate our culture.
Got to be careful with those deep likes.
I hate it so much. This is where we're at, guys.
Yep.
Deep likes. Oh man, I want to do this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go to Steven's page.
What, Steven?
Yeah,
Give him a deep like?
Yeah,
It won't be
Just, like,
weird
go to
though.
a friend. Why not? You don't think that's weird if all of a sudden I go back like 4 years and like one of his photos randomly? Like,
He's gonna look at it and go, "What?
What a
Why did he like
weirdo.
that? Why was he
Why?
scrolling through all my pictures?
yeah,
That took a long
that's
time.
exactly what we're talking about, Dex.
Don't yell at me, dude. Gosh, PTSD from Buck.
Sorry,
Jeez.
dude.
Give him that deep like. Yeah, 6 stressful situations your grandparents never had to deal with. Another one, you take a sick day to hang out with friends, okay? Then someone tags you in the photo so your boss knows you lied. You can avoid that most of the time by changing your settings, so you have to approve other people's tags first, but grandparents will never understand that.
These are all weird, stressful situations. Like, if you're calling in sick, but you're like, but I'm going to go to a Cubs game, Ferris Bueller.
Hey, just don't
maybe
tag
don't
me,
get on
dude.
the Titantron.
Don't
know what I'm
tag me.
saying?
Don't tag me today.
Hey, man, can't tag me in any of these photos because
Yeah.
I'm sick.
Yep.
That's so stupid.
All right, how about this one? You want to update your LinkedIn profile so you can apply for a new job, but you're worried your current boss will see it and know you're planning to quit.
Oh, my gosh.
Do you have LinkedIn?
No.
I have LinkedIn.
I should get one. Just, is that weird if I got one now, though, since I have a job? I guess I've always just had a job.
See,
What's
LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like it's like networking with other people.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, you just disarmed the whole situation. That's not weird to me.
I mean, it would be kind of okay.
If
but
you're like
if you got
updating
one
it-
now, but if you got one right now, let's say Steve Jeter just made a LinkedIn, and I was your boss, I'd be like,
Why has he got a
making
LinkedIn? Was he going to abandon ship?
Huh? Wow.
No, I was told this is good for networking. Chip's King Network guy. Do you think he'd really care if we were like networking?
I don't know. That's why I make sure and block him on all of my social
Okay.
network. You can snooze him, guys, so he can't see any of your posts. It's easy to do. Heidi showed me how to do it.
Stop it.
Number 4. Oh, wait. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Mr. Interrupter is here.
I can call back.
No, just kidding, man. Just joking. Buck, everybody. Welcome to the show.
How are you guys? Good morning.
You're not quite a grandparent yet, but I think it's coming sometime in the near future.
I doubt it. I don't see that happening anytime soon.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that because I was thinking about it. And it's like, I had kids late in life.
You did.
Yeah, that's true.
And I have a stepson, but I don't really see him having any babies anytime soon.
Yeah.
And I think that if I have grandkids, I don't even know if I'm going to live to see my grandkids.
That's
Ooh,
true.
How sad
Yeah.
is that?
Yeah.
Gosh.
Well, I'll get to see them in heaven or whatever, but, I don't know if I'll actually, walk the earth and see my grandkids. I don't know.
Yeah.
So who knows? I mean, I could live to be, 90.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I don't, but I could.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty good genes, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, My biological grandmother just celebrated her 99th birthday.
Oh, yeah, but she's a woman. Women always last that long for some reason, you know?
Yeah, that's true. It's true. They hang around a little while longer.
Yeah, we were talking about 6 stressful situations your grandparents never had to deal with. And we're going through these. How about this one? You don't proofread a text, then you realize autocorrect changed a word to something dumb or inappropriate. That never happened when we just wrote letters.
That's true.
Grandparents never had to deal with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of that, I was talking to my wife yesterday about our children, and I asked her, I said, do you think that they will teach the kids cursive?
No.
Wait, what? My kid still writes in cursive.
I don't think they do. They don't do cursive anymore,
Yeah,
do they?
it depends on the school. What school are you going to?
Really?
Yes. Yes.
I thought they got rid of that altogether.
Certain schools,
Yeah,
yes.
so our kids are in basically Ella's going to be in a private school this year,
Okay.
a private Christian school. So she'll be in first grade. So hopefully they'll teach her how to write in cursive, because I think a lot of public schools at this point aren't using cursive anymore.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I think I heard that.
Because if you think about it, I mean, everybody's typing and you're texting, and you're not really using the script anymore.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And I think it's important that people learn cursive. You know, I want my kids to know how to write in cursive.
Why? Why is that important?
Well, I mean, it's just...
I agree with you, Buck.
First and foremost is how you sign your name, because you don't sign your name in block letters. You know, you sign your name in cursive.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to be able to sit down and pen a letter. You know, I just think it's important. It's something you need to know how to do and do well.
Yeah, I think it'll probably move into you just do a fingerprint instead of the signature. You're going to just put your fingerprint on there, and that's like your mark. You know?
Well, yeah, like in the old cowboy days where you just draw an X.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just think that's important. I think that there are a lot of things that are, you know, with artificial intelligence. Have you guys seen? Okay, so for example, I believe that society as a whole is becoming more and more lazy, and we're depending on machines to do things for us.
Right. We were
Like
talking
your
about
Echo,
that.
Like your Echo Dots, for example. You can say, "Hey Alexa, order me the new whatever Green Day album."
Exactly.
You know, and then two days later it shows up at your house. That was just an example. Steve,
Or
calm
the new
down.
one?
Or like the garbage truck, you know, they used to have 2 drivers or 2 guys working on the garbage truck. There's only one because that claw got rid of one of the drivers. It was a terrible accident.
Somebody said, what about getting halfway through an application or something on a computer and then it freezes and you have to start over because it didn't save? Grandparents never dealt with that.
Never dealt with that,
See,
man.
this is why you got to write stuff down.
Mhm.
Back to cursive. I like it.
Back to current. Way to bring it back. To
Just bringing it back around.
Have you guys seen the new Gmail email box?
New email box? I mean,
yeah. So basically, what Gmail has done, can I go down a different road real quick?
Yes.
Yeah, but I want to come back around to cursive
Okay.
because my kids all write in
Yeah.
cursive still. Every day they write letters to me.
Okay. So I watched a kind of documentary called "Do You Trust This Computer?" Right, and it's about artificial intelligence. And you had like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, you know, all of these like pioneers of industry and technology, like the new guys that are doing things. And they were talking about artificial intelligence and how computers are starting to do more and more and more and more. So to give you an example, like right now, I'm looking at my email from a gentleman who I have a client that's buying a couple of fourplexes from, right?
Yeah.
And in the email, he says, "Here you go, Aaron. Again, these are projected because we've never had the units rented, yada, yada, yada. Let me know if you have any questions." So now on the new Gmail email box, I have proposed responses at the bottom that I can just click and hit send, and it will send. So what it's done is it's read this email already, and then it's given me 3 responses that I can send back to this guy. It says, thanks, comma, I'll check them out, thank you, and received thank you.
Huh. Really? I don't think we have the updated Gmail, do we? I haven't seen that feature.
I haven't seen that feature.
Yeah. So the moral of the story is Skynet is real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, when you hear Elon Musk say something like, you know, we don't realize like how deep this thing has already gotten and how far this is going to go. It's like, dude, the Whopper from War Games could be a reality, you know, and start a thermonuclear war with Russia.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So how about
going
this
back to
one?
this-
Remember, the Stormy chimed in and said that her husband totally signs his name in print.
Seriously? He does?
How weird is
See, that's unacceptable.
That is unacceptable.
I'm going to start doing that, see what people do.
I'm telling you right now, my kids still write in cursive.
Culturally, that's unacceptable. There are some things that you just can't get away with. I mean, it's like, it's culture, it's history. You know, the Declaration of Independence was handwritten with a quill. Like, there was a scribe that wrote, you know, that penned the Declaration of Independence, you know. The Dead Sea Scrolls, I mean, you look at this stuff, and it's important to be able to, like, to write this stuff out, you know, in whatever language you happen to use.
That's right.
Yep.
Yes.
Dude, speaking of Elon Musk, did you guys see he's working on that he's trying to link the human brain with computers. There's like he's creating this micron-sized device
I don't even want to talk
that gets
about this.
injected in the back of your neck, and it interfaces with your brain and a computer.
No more talking about technology
He
taking
said we're
over the
4
world.
years away from that.
No, I don't. Yep.
4
Skynet.
years.
See, future.
Steve-O, Dex and I did an interview once with a guy, with a doctor from MIT, and they were talking about putting these little micro spiders inside of people's bodies. And Dex and I raised our hand. We said, yeah, we'll be the experiment for that. And these little things are going to go through people's bodies. Like, this is stuff that they're working on. Literally, they're working on now.
Yeah.
I mean, this was, what was that, 7-8 years ago that we did that interview?
I think it was like in 2006, 2007, so it's longer than
Yeah,
that.
so maybe 10 years ago, they're working on this technology that will go into people's bodies and eradicate things. I mean, there's some amazing things that are happening out there, but there are also some things that are really scary.
Yeah. No, it's true. Yeah, because this stuff I was reading about, these things that these little computer devices that Elon Musk is creating, and it could help people with disabilities, you know, that couldn't walk before. Literally, this device connects with a computer, and it does something to where, like, people, especially with disabilities, can now be able to do these things.
Yeah.
It's the mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Are you eating something, Steve-O?
No, I'm just like, why? Wait, what? No, why?
Is he smacking?
Oh, you sounded like you had a mouthful of food.
They're just hunger pains for, like, the earth groaning and crying out for the Lord to return because Satan is coming as a robot.
Okay.
And I'm not ready. I mean, I'm ready. I'm spiritually ready. I'm going to get emails on that one because I said I'm not ready.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yep.
I'm ready. I didn't mean that in that way. I'm ready. But what I mean is, this is crazy. This future technology conversation makes me want to speak in cursive. Am I right?
Yeah, bring it back to cursive. You said you wanted to say something about your kids in cursive?
Speak in cursive. Get it?
No.
I'm going to go. I'm just going to leave.
Okay. All right. Well, good talking to you, boys.
Good talking.
I have
All right,
work to
cool.
do.
See you, Buck.
All right.
Later, dude.
Ashley totally agrees, by the way, on Facebook. Mark of the Beast, bro.
Mark of the Beast. Yeah, it's an implant in your forehead, bro. No, it's not forehead. It's the back of the neck. Come on, dude. Come on, dude.
Oh, gosh. 6
stressful situations your grandparents never had to deal with.
Weaponized robots inside your body.
Yeah, dude. Here's another one. You gossip about someone in a group text, then realize they're on the group text.
Okay, see, all of these things are like your stupid mistakes by being a jerk.
Yeah.
It's like, Grandpa didn't deal with these. Also, Grandpa wasn't a complete jerk face.
Yeah.
That's the word I was going with.
Yeah. And you find out the person you're dating is still active on dating apps, meaning you should be exclusive, but they haven't deleted their account yet, so you have to have an awkward conversation about it. Yeah, our grandparents never had to deal with that.
Okay.
Neither have us because, you haven't. You know what I'm saying?
What? I don't.
You didn't have apps back before you met Chrissy.
That's true.
So you don't know what that's like.
Right.
The whole dating game, man.
Ugh.
Anyways, there you go. 6 stressful situations your grandparents never had to deal with.
Somebody said on the flip side, treasures that our kids will never have. I'm 39 and I have letters that my cousin and I wrote each other in junior high. These are treasures our kids will never have. The new spies of today are going back to typing because they can't be tracked electronically by email or the web.
Huh. Okay.
Is that why Beanix always wants us to type on a typewriter?
Yeah. Yeah,
He's a spy.
He's worried that we're going to lose that,
Yeah.
It's a lost art.
Absolutely. When's the last time you wrote a letter? I mean, other than Beanix making us.
It's funny because the last time I wrote a letter, I got about 2 sentences in, and I started looking at the way I was writing, and it goes from looking really neat to getting
just
super sloppy.
Yeah. Dude,
because I'm hurrying.
I did that this week trying to fill out forms after my car accident. I had like 9 pages of stuff, and I'm like, what? Can't you do it on the computer and then just let me sign it?
You're part of the problem.
I am. So then I'm like filling everything out. I'm like, oh, my hand is hurting me so badly. I'm cramping from the accident.
Oh, my gosh.
No. I've been writing 3 lines of script. It hurts.
Right?
So weird.
What are some things that our grandparents never had to deal with?
Spam on their email, somebody said. The best thing grandparents never dealt with. I hate spam.
Yeah, they need to figure out a way. And I know there's another app you can download, but I tried it, and you have to pay money for it. But how you... there should be an easy way to get rid of all the spam in your email.
Yeah, but then it'll filter some things. You're like, what if I wanted that $5 payway coupon?
Yeah. But you know how you have to go into it and you have to unsubscribe?
Yes.
That takes a lot of time,
Oh my
man.
gosh, you are kidding me.
Seriously, though.
First world problems.
If you get hundreds of those stupid spam things a day.
Somebody just chimed in and said, I feel like our 2018 stresses are so weak compared to what our grandparents dealt with. Seriously, earlier somebody chimed in and said the Great Depression, they were just busy dealing with other things like world wars and yeah.
Well, that's a good call.
They had much different stresses, and I feel like they were actually real stresses.
Yeah.
We are all cream puffs. I'm going to go write in cursive for 3 hours now.
For 3 hours?
3 hours!
Jeez.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to chime in?
Okay.
Situations your grandparents never had to deal with. 505 like to call into the show when we come back. You can also text in. What's the live line?
505-585-LIVE. That's 505-585-5483. You know what you're not going to be doing when you text in? Using T9 to text us. Remember T9?
T9, dude.
Oh.
Yep.
It took forever to text somebody. I hated texting probably because of T9. Does anybody know what I'm talking about anymore?
What's T9, dude?
Oh my gosh, remember? Okay. Remember? It was the 9. You had your buttons, and so it was like the 2 was ABC, I think, or whatever. So you'd have to go, you'd hit it a couple times, and you go to the 3.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
Trying to get a word.
Yeah.
Pass. Now we have like little mini keyboards on our.
Yeah, that's true.
T9, bro.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We're live from the Dreamstar Remodeling Star 88 Studios. Hang out.
I'm Daniel, and it's time to get in the techno. In Louisiana, drivers won't need their wallet when they hop in the car. An app is now available that will pull up the image of a Louisiana license on a smartphone screen. The app is reportedly the first of its kind in the country. There's a shift slowly happening from physical pieces of ID to those that are digital. Digital license plates for cars are getting tested in California and Arizona, and credit cards are giving way to digital wallets. The Louisiana app works on both iOS and Android devices, but officials warn that the new digital driver's license works in Louisiana only, and just for situations like traffic stops. You can't use it with TSA at the airport, and you can't use it to buy alcohol. The state's legislature is actually considering whether to expand its use to these areas at a later date. While the app is free, we are in the era of in-app purchases, and adding a license to the app will run you $6. When you renew, you'll spend another $6. The app will update new addresses and phone numbers without a fee, and if your license gets stolen, you can go online and unlink the license from your phone. Now we just need to wait for this concept to make its way to New Mexico. I'm Daniel. Now you're in the Techno on Star 88.
Carry a beecher stove and a solar flare. When you get into a tight place and everything goes against you, till it seems as though you could not hold on a minute longer, never give up then. For that is just the place and time that's tide will turn. Star 88.
Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. I've been down this road before. Now I know which way to go. You can try to drag me down, but I'll be living in the clouds. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. You just gotta.
Yeah. I want it like I need to breathe. Yeah. Make it clear like I need to see. As a kid, mama told me sky's the limit till you hit it. Like King Griffey to the fences. Out of hell, out the park, hit and run. That's my drive. It's a vibe, been that way all my life. Yeah, I shut it down when I shine with the crew. Yeah, I ride with the crew. Gave my life to the crew. Testify. Walk on water like the son of man. Understand? I'll never drown. Take a hit and never quit. Might be down but never out. There are days that I fail, and the train's off the rail. Through the pain we prevail. Tell them you just gotta live.
Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. I've been down this road before. Now I know which way to go. You can try to drag me down, but I'll be living in the clouds. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. You just gotta live. Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. Just gotta live. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live.
Living till there's nothing left. Lean on. We need you like there's no one else. Ain't nobody out here more like you. And with you that broke the mold, and ain't no more like you. That's for sure. I can't drop out like the top down on the coupe. Tell them watch out when I walk, I make a move. Sunday morning with my hands up, like they got the handcuffs. Searching for some answers since mama passed cancer. And my sister left Seattle with a one-way ticket home. Hope she holding Chase and teaching him to speak some more. Gotta keep it going. Yeah, that's all it told me. Tell him you can make it when you know the one and only.
Burning right beyond the fire. You were born to win, yeah, you're a fighter. Don't let your light just fade away. You just gotta live.
You just gotta live. You just gotta live.
You just gotta live.
You just gotta live.
I just wanna live.
He wants you to live.
You just gotta live. Even when my light burns low, I could never lose my hope. Everybody has their doubts, but you can't stop now. You just gotta live. Yeah. I just wanna live.
Get ready for some truth from Jensen Franklin on a Star 88 PowerPoint.
When you allow someone into your life, not only do they bring their physical presence, but they bring a spirit. They bring a spirit. A person, there's a spirit about a person. And he says, don't just know people after the flesh, but know them after the spirit.
And they that are after the Spirit do mind the things of the Spirit. And they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. Meaning this, they are flesh people. They're dominated by their flesh. The Bible said the carnal mind cannot discern the things of the Spirit. They are just carnal, and they will not give you good advice. They will not give you spiritual counsel. They will not give you the voice of the Lord, the word of the Lord. If you get around them, they will talk you out of your faith, talk you out of the great call that God has for your life. They'll talk you out of everything grand and great that God would do.
That's Jensen Franklin on Star 88 with a PowerPoint.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The FBI has fired controversial FBI employee Peter Strzok.
President Trump weighing in, tweeting, finally.
Baltimore police officer and the beating captured on video. He may now face charges. The police commissioner today making that announcement after the officer was seen repeatedly punching 26-year-old Deshaun McGreer in the head on Saturday.
Dangerous weather is flooding several states in the Northeast.
20 million people are in the flash flood watch.
The Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin, is reportedly gravely ill in a Detroit hospital.
Former White House aide Omarosa Manigault Newman reveals she recorded White House conversations, including this one with President Trump in December.
Omarosa, what's going on? I just saw on the news that you're thinking about leaving. What happened?
Google is being investigated by Australian competition and privacy regulators for allegedly tracking Android users.
4-year-old Max Velez, his grandmother, had a medical emergency and stopped breathing. Max, he didn't panic. He jumped into action and called 911, answered the door for the first responders, and then handed them her inhaler.
Attaboy. That's a pretty cool story right there. Some good news. Good morning. Yeah. Man, I was going for a run yesterday. This song came on. Just gave me that little extra. Keep on pushing forward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Taking a chance.
No.
Risking it all.
Okay.
For the thrill of the moment.
No.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Got the chills right now.
Okay.
Guys, it's August 14th. Today is a pretty cool day back in history.
Yeah?
1945, World War II ended with Japan's surrender.
Speaking of problems our grandparents had that we did not have.
Yeah.
You know, World War like that, it's a pretty big deal.
Also, 65 years ago on this day in 1953, David Mullany Sr. You know all about David Mullany Sr., Steve-O?
No?
Really? You call yourself a baseball fan. He noticed his son was having a difficult time playing baseball because he was always breaking windows and or losing the balls on the school roof. The kid also showed no skills throwing a curveball. So, Mr. Mullany took a round-shaped perfume carton and cut slots into both halves. When he threw the new ball, it curved.
Uh-huh.
His amazing new invention was called the wiffle ball. No, it's the wiffle ball.
Okay.
Say it with me. Wiffle ball.
David Mullany, huh?
Yeah, why didn't they call it the...
Go ahead, call it the Mullany one more time.
Mullany ball. The Mullany ball. You know?
Yeah.
Wiffle ball. Wiffle balls are stupid. And so is this conversation. Never mind.
Okay.
What else happened? Let's see. Rod Stewart released. Okay. 50 million people lost power in a blackout that hit the northeastern United States. Happened in 2003.
People wouldn't know what to do today.
Right?
All of a sudden, we all lost power.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
That'd be weird, right?
If we just all the power shut down?
Go on, sorry.
Daniel Boone married 16-year-old Rebecca Bryan.
Okay.
Guess how old Daniel Boone was when he married.
I don't want to know.
Actually, I have no idea because it doesn't say, but 16 years old back in 1756.
Oh, 1756 was the little different time.
Well, I mean, was it though? Because, I mean,
Pretty
if he
different
still
time.
was like, let's say he was in his 30s and he married this 16-year-old girl, you're going to say that is appropriate?
Oh my gosh! In the 1700s?
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. I didn't really know Daniel Boone personally, so I just don't.
I don't know about that, man. Their marriage lasted 56 years, and they had 10 children.
Okay.
One of their children's name was Jemima. That's true. Wow.
Huh.
Okay. Right on. Let's see. 1901, nurse Clara Mass was so determined to prove yellow fever was spread by mosquitoes, she allowed herself to be bitten by one, and she was right, but she was dead within 2 weeks. Wow.
Oh, my gosh. That's terrible.
I think we need to honor that woman. What a hero, right? Like, here's this nurse. She's like trying to prove yellow fever. She's like, I'll be bit by a skeeter, and she died because it was true. She was right, man. We need to have it should be Nurse Clara Mass Day, August 14th. Can we make that happen? Somebody start a Facebook page. Somebody contact your local congressman. Come on, people. Some pretty cool things happened on this day. Franklin D. Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act into law.
Really?
Yep, 1935. It created unemployment insurance and pension plans for the elderly and eventually the lazy. No? Okay.
Thank you for that.
We should be working till we die.
Okay.
Okay? No Social Security for you. I think, my dad, who was it? Somebody in my family just recently started getting Social Security. I think it was my dad a few years ago.
Huh.
And, he doesn't get a whole lot, you know? It's like, what? It's like $600 a month or something? Wow. It's like not very much. You imagine?
Mm-mm.
It's my grandma Wilbur. That's what she lives off of. It wasn't from my parents, you know? Like, that's tough. How do you live on just that? You can't really. 505-338-3700 if you'd like to chime in on the show, be a part of it. We're almost out of here on a beautiful Tuesday. Thank you for chiming in on Facebook and YouTube Live at Star 88 FM. Here's something. New study found the blue light from our phones might be affecting the cells in your eyes and could cause vision problems or even blindness.
Oh, God.
Something else to worry about.
Tell us one more thing.
Oh, you just want to live in that bubble where, nothing hurts you? Is that what you want? What if you just need these special glasses? What if they said that they just proved that looking at your smartphone would eventually lead to blindness in 10 years, and you'd have to wear these really geeky, dorky glasses? Would you do it?
Well, then everyone would have weird nerd glasses. Everyone.
Like the volleyball sport glasses?
Imagine, people walking around, not looking at their phones. Everyone would have them, and they'd just be walking around like nerd glasses. Just going to be on my phone still.
What if you had to wear a helmet, a specialized helmet? Would you wear it?
Everyone would. I'd have Bluetooth built in my specialized helmet. Hey, man, what's up? Yeah, all right. There was a dude the other day in the old Target who had his earbuds in, and you see this in New York all the time. I'd never seen it in New Mexico. He had his sports stuff on, and he's in the grocery area, and he's like, yeah, man, nah, yeah, totally. Yeah, I'm just a Target. Yeah, dude. Oh, tonight? Oh, that sounds amazing. What are you thinking? All right, 7 o'clock? Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm already here. I'll grab a couple things. All right.
And that's how loud he was?
I'm just super obnoxiously loud.
Totally.
And I'm going, does he just not care that
I don't think people care.
Everyone in here can hear exactly what he's saying? You put those earbuds in, and all of a sudden you're in a different universe.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, were they the AirPods?
No.
Oh.
No, they were blue Sporto,
okay.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Check out my running stuff.
See, I got to be careful with that, too.
Really loud.
Because I got those Beat Runner things.
Oh, yeah.
And they block out the noise.
Yeah,
so
right.
if I'm in there, I talk really loud. Seriously. I'm that guy. Maybe that was me.
In Target.
Maybe that was me.
With
You didn't even recognize
sweet
me.
running shorts on. Yeah, man.
I had all my sweet
Tonight?
gear on.
Oh, totally. I'd love to. What time? Oh, you know I'm in. All right.
You know.
Really loud.
You know.
There is no volume control. I'm going, Why? Because really, I'd never seen it in New Mexico. In New York, everybody's got their headphones in and they're like all on the subway. But even then, people are like aware.
Yeah.
So they're like talking. And this dude was just screaming.
Right?
In Target.
Jeez. Yeah, see, so I think some people, though, they either don't care or they like to be like, they're seeking attention. They want everybody to have their eyes on them.
Yeah.
Which is super
Maybe
weird.
that's it. Maybe he was looking for people to invite to this party they were planning in Target.
Yeah, because that would draw people in.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Dude, you know where I want to be? Where Screamy Guy is going later.
Yeah.
Gosh,
I
if
wanna
I
be
could
just
just hang
like
out
him.
with him tonight. Oh, Screamy Running Guy. Oh, I love your running shorts. Can we hang out later where you scream? Yes.
Some people just yell. I've been accused of being kind of a yeller when I talk. I'm not yelling, but
just
when
in person?
Yeah, if I get kind of worked up in a conversation, my voice gets a little bit louder.
What? No.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
I never yell. Just on the morning show, right? It's just a character.
See, my brother, he yells, and he gets up on his tippy toes.
Really?
Super weird. He comes walking in like this. So, I got a question for you guys.
What are you, like 7? Like you just look like a preschool kid,
Yeah, he
like
comes walking in on
in
his tippy
kindergarten,
toes.
just like.
It's super weird, and he's super loud, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Remember the Stormy chimed in and said my wife does this on her Bluetooth and does not care.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing now because there's like built-in Bluetooth in cars and stuff, and so you'll be at a light next to somebody who's just like talking.
Yes.
Just talking, but they're like hands are on the wheel, and it's like, hey, good job you being safe. You look insane.
Yes. That's so true, right? One of the most frustrating things right now for me, so I'm driving this BMW. I've been driving it for the past 3 days.
It's a rental.
Dude, this car is ridiculous. And here's what I have to deal with, though, Steve-O. Check this out.
Okay.
The whole Bluetooth thing, so it syncs into the dash, and you can have all your apps in the dash. But you have to sit there and wait like 2 minutes for it to sink in every time you get in there.
Yeah.
Sometimes it won't even connect, and so you got to go back into your phone.
No.
And you're like, gosh, man, I can't handle this luxury.
And now, another first world problem.
Starbucks put a dome lid on my iced latte, even though I didn't get whipped cream.
Oh no.
Now my drink looks stupid.
Let's get out of here. Everybody's looking.
I'm returning that car today. I'm out.
Did you realize like halfway through your complaint how entitled you were?
Gosh, I hate this stupid thing, man. It just doesn't sink in right away. I gotta wait, and then it does. Sometimes it doesn't even sink at all. Ah. Telling you guys, I look good in that car.
That was incredible.
Is there any way you could co-sign for me later?
Yeah, no, definitely won't be
Anybody out
doing
there
that.
Need a co-signer?
Will not be doing that for sure.
Please, anybody?
Somebody said they always think it's weird when you see people dancing, but you can't hear the music because they've got like earbuds in.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a drummer at every red light.
Yeah?
Every red
See, I'm a
light.
nose picker.
Oh.
Yeah, see? Sorry, I was just trying to relate to the conversation. I don't do any of that. I just pick my nose when I'm driving. It's super weird. I caught myself. Sometimes I'll catch other people doing it, and I seriously judge them and go, gosh, that's disgusting. And then there I am just going to town, knuckle deep.
Kevin chimed in on YouTube and said sometimes you can hear the hands-free with all the windows up, and it's loud. I've heard that. Have you heard people's conversations before?
Yeah.
At red lights, and it's like they're blasting through the speakers, and it's just like their wife or whatever, and you're like, dude, I can totally hear that conversation.
You mean like while the music is up or just having a conversation?
No, just having a conversation.
Because this is what I don't understand. I don't understand people if you're in a car full of people.
Yeah.
And they have the radio on and it's loud and you're trying to have a conversation, but everybody's like yelling. And I'm sitting there in the passenger seat going, can we maybe just turn down?
Because we were hanging out recently, or that's the Jeter car all the time.
Seriously.
What?
You
Backseat.
do that.
Huh?
You
I'm
do
like,
that.
I'm sorry. I cannot turn the music down. It's part of my culture, bro. This is my life.
And I don't want to be that guy that like reaches over
Hey,
and
can
like
you turn
turns
the
the radio
radio
down.
Yeah.
Because if you're just like passenger and you're not, you know, it's not something you like ride with that person all the time. You don't want to go over and, because if you grab anything in my car and it's not yours, I'll slap it.
Yeah. Gosh, dude.
Very disrespectful.
But it like for my car, RIP, Mazda, it had Bluetooth. And so it would come over, like if I called anybody, it would come over the speakers, like the entire speaker system. So people could hear who I was talking to outside of the car.
Do you like doing that? Talking through the Bluetooth?
Yes, because it's the law.
Well, I mean, you could have the Bluetooth ear.
Nope. I would never
See?
do that. I'd rather just talk into the car.
Ugh. See?
It's like you're talking to God, but he's answering. How was your day, my lord? And then Chrissy's like, why are you calling me my lord?
That's good. Yeah. You can chime in on Facebook and YouTube. It's Star 88 FM.
Stephanie says, yes, it's too loud. People chiming in with their conversations in the car. Just hearing people. Pull it up. Gosh darn it. Come on. Come on. Oh, the computer froze.
No, I'm not. I'm not flicking bugs in the BMW, dude. Okay. I actually roll the window down and flick them out. Okay. Yeah. It's a real thing.
Well.
Saying. Yeah. First world problems, guys.
First world problems.
Yeah. Just trying to figure out how to keep this car. You know, is there a? I don't know, man.
Sorry.
I think I'm gonna have you pick me up.
Oh, cool. I think that's insurance.
You need to
I'm
take
working. I'm at work.
You need to take that?
No, I do not. Pray for me, guys.
No, pray for me. I have to take my BMW back today.
Okay.
You know how depressed I am? I'm so depressed, guys.
Somebody chimed in and said I have it and I love it. I do love that, the Bluetooth technology. It's good. And it's safe.
I guess.
Of course, you still have to deal with all the crazies out there. So, moving on. I said moving on because it's the end of the show and you have 8 minutes left. And so where are you going?
I got nothing. I'm out. I'm out of things. I'm out of
Perfect.
We could do what's your favorite decade?
We could do generational curses and how father is ruining his son's life dreams.
Yeah, let's do that. I thought you were going to talk about the Beyonce story. Did you see that one?
Wait, what's the Beyonce
There was a
story?
headline that said Beyonce has generational curses or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
Wait, Beyonce is generationally cursed?
I didn't click on
You
the
gotta click
article.
on those things.
I didn't click on it, but I don't know, dude.
Okay.
Generational curses. They're
Yeah.
real. It's a real thing, guys.
Yes. And here's how it works. The Little League World Series is going on right now. British Columbia just beat Glace Bay, Nova Scotia 11-0 on Saturday in the Canadian National Little League Championship game. A massive celebration ensued on the diamond. We're all going to the Little League World Series. The cheers turned to tears.
Really?
Rather quickly. 13-year-old Dio Gamma. Kid hit 2 triples, had 4 RBIs in the big win. One of the stars of the team raced to his father. And his celebration quickly turned to sadness. And here's why. When his team takes off next week for the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, this dude will not be able to represent Canada.
What, he test positive for steroids?
No, dude, he's 13 years old. You see, the kid was born in Las Vegas.
New Mexico?
Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh.
But has lived in Canada for 3 years, and here's why. His parents were born in Mexico, but they've been seeking refuge in Canada for more than a decade. I guess his family's case remains in legal limbo because of all the crazy stuff going on. And a side note, the dad was convicted in 1997 on a drug charge in the United States. He reached a plea agreement, agreed to serve a 60-month prison sentence and to be deported from the country. He was released from a Mexican prison where he served his sentence and in 2001 arrived in Canada and was like, hey, I'm going to be here for a while and I'm going to have a visitor visa claiming refugee protection. So they reviewed the case, but because the case has yet to be resolved, the family cannot leave the country.
What?
They cannot go back to America. So this 13-year-old kid cannot play in the Little League World Series because of his dad's drug abuse.
Oh my gosh, how terrible is that? It's not like that here in America, is it?
This is America.
No, I mean, like, this is Canada, though. Get out of here. You know what? I hate you. You did the dance and everything. Gosh.
Team has to leave without him.
But the law here in America isn't like that, is it? If like your dad gets busted in the same situation.
Yeah, but it's like a really complicated situation.
Yeah, but still.
It's like Mexico, Canada, there's like countries involved.
Yeah, but still, man, I feel like it shouldn't pass down to your kids. Like,
yeah,
that's
I know.
ridiculous.
I know. This poor kid says it's always been my dream to play for Canada at the World Series.
Oh, my gosh.
I was playing the national championship like it was my last game with the team, knowing I couldn't travel. He has known for quite some time that this was the possibility, even knew that he wouldn't be able to travel with the team to the United States heading into the championship game. So he was stoked that they won the Canadian championship, but he just, yeah.
There's no way. I see that. Oh, I don't get it.
Dude, here's the crazy thing. He didn't tell any of his teammates or even his coach until the celebration was over and they had won.
Because they probably, why would you tell your friends and your coach about that? That's embarrassing.
Coach said we were devastated. Not only is he a leader of the team, but he's a great kid. He was devastated. We all are for him. And, of course, he's 13 years old, so this is the last year of eligibility for the Little League World Series, so this is it. However, they wrote a letter to the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. They contacted other politicians explaining the situation, hoping for a last-minute miracle would either speed up his family's case or grant the kid an exemption so he could return to Canada after the tournament. Because essentially, like, if he, I don't know, it's crazy.
So if he leaves, then he can't come back, basically?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Huh.
So if it works, the coach said they will fly him in, like, instantaneously. If they can't get an answer before Canada takes on Latin America in the opening round of the tournament on Friday, though, he won't be able to participate at all because he'll be off the roster.
Yeah.
So
that's sad, man.
Because if he's on the roster and he's not there and doesn't play, it's an out every time he's supposed to. Yeah. Or if he doesn't play at all, technically the other team could call for forfeit because you have to play every kid has to get an at bat.
Yeah. That's so ridiculous, man. You know that something that your father did.
Well, I mean,
that now you have to be punished because of what your father did. It's not your fault. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I will be his father figure.
Oh, you know what?
Put your tiny hand in mine.
No, I'm not.
I will be. Okay.
Man, Canada.
So, yeah, the issue is with them seeking asylum in Canada. That's why he can't leave Canada. Because they're like, hey, yes, thank you, CSB. But, yes, that's the core issue is they're seeking asylum there.
Yeah, I get it.
In good old Canada.
Still. I don't know.
So.
Doesn't seem right to me.
Sins of the father, bro.
Sins of the father, man.
Listen, dude.
Listen, dude. All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do have those generational curses, you know, whether it's something like that.
This is not a generation. This is a dad seeking asylum in Canada and ruining it for everyone.
Or addiction. You see that a lot.
Yeah,
you know?
well, it was drug use. It was drug charges.
Yeah, man.
Actions have consequences, bro.
Yeah, they do.
That's what people are saying. I'm not saying any of this. I'm just repeating everything on YouTube right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're at a show.
We're done.
Cool.
Thanks
We will keep up to date with this story, though, because he has until Friday. They have sought the prime minister, different politicians. So we'll see what happens for this kid. So.
All right. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, Starmy. If you missed any of it, maybe you are just joining us. Man, we got 4 hours. You guys can go back. We upload the show on YouTube and Facebook at Star 88 FM. You can go back and watch the show there. We're on iTunes, SoundCloud. You can download the Star 88 app, and you can get us on demand. Guys, have a beautiful day.
Yep.
It's going to be beautiful here. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Goodbye, Steve-O.
Goodbye, Dex.
Bye-bye.
That's all we got. There ain't no more. That's right. Time is tight. It's the end of the show.
This is Groundwire with
Sean Dunn.
As I was sitting in my house with some of my family, our conversation kept getting interrupted